Bees winners yesterday by a score of 8-5 as they rallied with 2 runs in the 7th and 2 runs in the 8th for the win to make it 4 out of 4 in this series over Las Vegas. But it was a costly win. Nick Gourneau, prior to putting the Bees out in front with a sacrifice fly in the 7th, fouled the ball off his kneecap and suffered a fractured patella. His return is not yet known. It should be several weeks, though, before Gourneau is ready to go. So the Bees will be without the league leader in runs batted in, Gourneau with 59. Scott Hairston next with 55, but Gourneau will be out, so others will have to pick up the slack, but it's not going to be easy to do that. The amazing thing is Gourneau had already suffered the broken bone when he hit the sacrifice fly and still played 2 more innings in the outfield defensively before he had to finally give way. So the Bees now at 41-29, still 6 games up on both Portland and Tacoma, as the Beavers and Rainiers were both winners yesterday. Colorado Springs in last fell 11.5 games back. Las Vegas has now lost 6 in a row and are 7 full games behind first place Tucson. Sacramento 8 back. Fresno trails by 15.5 games. The pitching matchup for tonight, for the Bees, it'll be right-hander Dustin Mosley with a record of 6-3. And for the 51s, it'll be left-hander Eric Stoltz. His record is 5-6. When we come back, a conversation with Bees catcher Jeff Mathis, and that's coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
Strike 3! A no-hitter, a perfect game for John Larson. Yogi Berra runs out there. He leaps on Larson, and he's swarmed by his teammates. Listen to this crowd roar.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now students can get a pass to all 72 Bees games this summer for the incredible price of just $25. That's only 35 cents a game. Call 325-BASE to get your student pass today. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Well, it's Hall of Fame stuff. You know, you come, all those guys you saw in the All-Star game, you wonder what happened to them. You come to the Hall of Fame, there they are. It's a meeting place, a gathering place.
Relive your fondest memories of Lou Brock and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For information, visit baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME. Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. The Baseball Hall of Fame.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. It combines over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster. Charge by phone or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Welcome back to the On Deck Circle. Our guest is Bees catcher Jeff Mathis. And Jeff, I want to go back a couple of days ago. Back-to-back outstanding defensive plays that really saved the game against Las Vegas. Let's talk about the first one, that bunt that was popped up in front of the plate that you turned into a double play.
Just we're fortunate enough to get the guy to pop the bunt up, where I was able to come out in front of the plate and make the play. And then the guy at second, I think, slipped or something and, just was able to double him up.
And then you turn around, another big bunt play. Everybody talks about calling off on pop flies. A situation like that, you're charging out for the bunt, pitcher's coming in. Who's in control?
Well, you got to know who your runner is, and I knew right there once the way he got out of the box and the way that Dutch was coming towards the ball that I was going to have a better shot. So once I got close to the ball, kind of called him off and just tried to get it to first as quick as I could.
Those are the kinds of plays that maybe didn't go the team's way during that stretch, but of losing close games. But now it seems like everything is turned around.
Yeah, I think we played good during that rough stretch we had. Just weren't catching the breaks like you said, and now that we are catching them, it's making us play even better.
Talk about yourself. Obviously, you got off to the slow start with the Angels, got sent down, but it didn't seem to bother you at all. You came right out of the gate with a 13-game hitting streak.
Yeah, just come back down and work on some of the things that I got away from, while I was up there, and just looking forward to keep working hard and keep doing what I've been doing.
What was the thing maybe you learned most about yourself, whether it be on the field or off, your approach or whatever, that you learned during that stint in the big leagues that you can take back down here with you to work on?
That it's the same ball game, It's no different than here. It's just something that you got to stay within yourself and not try to do too much, and do the things that you've done that's gotten you this far, and that's the biggest thing for me.
Of course, the other thing, too, is I've noticed, and I've talked to some of the other guys about it, the fact that while you guys are working hard here, don't get me wrong, but it seems like a much more business-like atmosphere when you're up there.
Oh, it is, and, it's definitely, it's all about winning up there, as it is here, but, there's a little more pressure up there, and, just down here we got a good clubhouse and a good ball team, and, everybody knows each other, so it's kind of easier to play with those guys, and, we're having a lot of fun here.
Along those same ways, you've got a stretch now where this team got some guys back from the Angels, now you're running up with some injuries, but really this is one of the opportunities where this team really has gotten better with the talent that's come back.
Well, absolutely. Murphy and Howie and Eric coming back has helped us out tremendously, and now with Nick down, everybody's got to step it up a notch and just continue to try to play the way we've been playing.
All right, more with Jeff right after this on ESPN 1230.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and serene tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store. A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
Welcome back to the On Deck Circle. Our guest is Bees catcher Jeff Mathis. And Jeff, you mentioned before the break about Nick Gorineau's injury. He's going to be out for a while with a fractured patella. Tells me a lot about the guy. He played a couple of innings with that, was able to get out on that front leg on a long-speed pitch and drive it into the air for a sacrifice fly despite having the broken leg. And it's just amazing how tough that guy is.
He's unbelievable. I've had the privilege to play with him for actually every year that I've played professional baseball, and it's a privilege to be able to play with a guy like that who you know is going to be out there, whether he's got a little hangnail or whatever. He's going to be in the lineup every day, and just that play right there just shows you what kind of ball player, kind of athlete he is, and I respect that guy so much, and he's going to be missed for 3 weeks.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be a lot of slack to have to pick up at the plate.
Yeah, it is. With the runs that he drives in and the presence he brings you in the outfield, it's going to be tough, but we're going to have to get through it.
Now, I've got to ask you, this is maybe it used to be, California, Arizona, the hotbeds of baseball, guys coming up. And this team, it seems like half the guys are from Florida. You're from Florida. Florida is known as, at least nationally, as a football state. What makes it so much of a baseball state?
I don't know. I guess the fact that Arizona and California were so looked at there, for a little bit, and then, some of the scouts wandered down there to Florida, and, there's some guys who can play down there too, and, the Angels found them.
As far as yourself is concerned, when you're growing up in Florida, do you play other sports besides baseball?
Oh, yeah. I played football in high school, football, baseball, all 4 years, and played 1 year of basketball, but football and baseball were my main sports.
What did you play in football?
Quarterback and safety, strong safety.
So what led you down the path towards baseball as opposed to football?
Well, all along I knew that baseball was the way I needed to go, although I enjoy both just as much. And, I had a lot of people in your ear telling you what you needed to do and which way you needed to go, but I played both games hard and had just as fun playing both of them. But in the end, it was just, worked out where the Angels drafted me where they did, and I took it.
In this day and age of specialization, it's nice to see guys like yourself and others now more and more going back to playing multiple sports, because I think playing multiple sports helps out in any sport that you play.
Oh, absolutely. I learned so much from football that carries over to baseball and mental toughness and stuff that you can't get from other sports. And, I don't regret a day playing football, and sometimes I miss it, especially on them Saturdays here coming up in a little bit.
On the other hand, you get your fill of a football-like experience with collisions at the plate, both ones you've delivered and others you've taken.
Yeah, that's right. And just try to come out of there unscathed and unhurt and get on with the next play.
Jeff, appreciate your time for being our guest. You receive entrees for two at the Spaghetti Factory at Trolley Square. Enjoy, and good luck the rest of the year. Hopefully you'll get that call back to the Angels soon.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, Jeff Mathis, our guest, back with the starting lineups after this on ESPN 1230.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
All right, welcome back to Franklin Covey Field. Time now to look at tonight's starting lineup, brought to you by Salt Lake City Credit Union. Above and beyond every day. First of all, for the visiting Las Vegas 51s, managed by Jerry Royster. Leading off, the center fielder, Jeff Duncan. Batting second, the shortstop, Wilson Valdez. Hitting third and playing first base, James Loney. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Delwyn Young. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Eric Riggs. Hitting sixth and playing left field, John Weber. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Oscar Robles. Hitting eighth and catching, Deonar Navarro. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Edwin Bellarine. Pitching for Las Vegas will be left-hander Eric Stoltz. For the homestanding Salt Lake Bees, managed by Brian Harper, here's how Brian filled out his lineup card. Leading off, the center fielder, Reggie Willits. Batting second, the shortstop, Casey Smith. Hitting third and playing right field, Tommy Murphy. Batting cleanup, the second baseman, Howie Kendrick. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Jeff Mathis. Batting sixth and playing third base, Mike Elward. Hitting seventh and catching, Ryan Buddy. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Corey Myers. And hitting ninth is the left fielder, Adam Pavkovich. Pitching for the Bees will be right-hander Justin Mosley. Just a reminder that if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game tonight, Dal Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. Kendall Super D 3-engine oil, designed to give you what you need. It's the Bees and the 51s to wrap up the season and the series between these two teams. Bees with a chance to win the series, Las Vegas looking for a season split. We'll be back with tonight's first pitch right after this timeout. You've been in the On Deck Circle on ESPN 1230.
This has been the On Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at today's game. The first pitch is right around the corner, so stay tuned. Salt Lake Bees baseball is coming up next on your home for the Salt Lake Bees, ESPN 1230 AM.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Well, it's Hall of Fame stuff. You know, you come, all those guys you saw in the All-Star game, you wonder what happened to them. You come to the Hall of Fame, there they are. It's a meeting place, a gathering place.
Relive your fondest memories of Lou Brock and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For information, visit baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME. Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. The Baseball Hall of Fame.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
Stingers Baseball is brought to you in part by Zions Bank. With 112 branches throughout Utah, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. By Larry H. Miller Auto Dealers. After all, you know this guy. By Carl Budding Deli Meats, a real slice of life. And by Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Yes, it's you, bud.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, and good evening, and welcome to Salt Lake Bees baseball as the Bees get ready to take on the Las Vegas 51 in the final game of this series and the last game of the 2006 season between the two teams. Again, the Bees, having won the first 4 games of this series, now lead the season set 8-7. So the Bees, winners of 7 in a row. They have a 6-game lead on both Tacoma and Portland in the Pacific North Division. The Bees also now have won 7 and lost 1 through 8 games of this 14-game homestand. An off day tomorrow before Sacramento comes in for 5, beginning on Wednesday. Right now, before we get our game underway, let's enjoy the singing of our national anthem to be performed by Hillary McChesney. Hillary McChesney with our national anthem. Happy to have you with us again on this Monday night, the final game of the series between the Bees and the Las Vegas 51s. The Bees in their home whites with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold. And for Las Vegas, their road grays with the Dodger blue numerals and lettering trimmed in white. The Bees on the field look like this. Adam Patkovich in left, Reggie Willits in center, and Tommy Murphy is in right. Mike Elward at third, Casey Smith at short, Howie Kendrick at second base, and Corey Myers is at first. A battery of Dustin Mosley pitching and Ryan Buddy catching. For Mosley, this will be his 13th start of the year. In 61 innings, he's given up 56 hits, 27 runs, 21 of them earned. He has struck out 45 and walked 22. He's hit 2 batters, thrown 3 wild pitches, and surrendered 7 home runs. Mosley has won 6 and lost 3 with a 3.10 earned run average. The PCL batting .249 against right-hander Justin Mosley. So Mosley comes into today's game. He's 2-0 against Las Vegas this year. Last year, he had success as well against the 51s. Going 1-0, so 3-0 lifetime against Las Vegas. So the Bees trying for their first series sweep of the year. They would have it already if not for the fact that this is a 5-game series rather than a 4-game set. So the Bees looking to continue their hot streak, but it's not going to be easy with the loss of Nick Gorneau for the next few weeks after suffering a fractured patella just below his left knee after taking a foul ball off that knee yesterday in the game against Las Vegas. So Mosley, 6'4", 190 in his 6th year, finishing up his warm-up tosses, 24 years old, out of Texarkana, Texas, acquired by the Angels in December of 2004 for pitcher Ramon Ortiz. He was originally a first-round sandwich pick, 34th selection overall by the Cincinnati Reds in 2000. Ryan Buddy to throw down to second base. The ball being tossed around the infield. We're ready to go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as Salt Lake Bees baseball is on the air for a Monday night here in Salt Lake City. Leading things off will be the center fielder, Jeff Duncan. Duncan batting .285, 4 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, and 15 runs batted in. Duncan 5 for 16 so far in this series. One of those 5 hits a home run. Mosley kicking at the dirt on the rosin bag on the backside of the hill. Now climbs up on top and gets ready to go. Mike Elward in at third. The first pitch of the ball game is a fastball strike in at the letters 0-1. Garrett Watson is our home plate umpire. Joe Stegner at first. Brian Knight is the arbiter over at third. Now the wind of the 0-1. Fastball high, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the sun is out, so a tough sun field on the left side of the infield and in left field. A little bit in center field for Reggie Willits as well. The 1-1 pitch, a strike. A breaking ball in the inside corner, just under the belt, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Jerry Royster, the longtime Major League infielder and manager of Las Vegas, is the coach at third. Steve Yeager over at first. The pitch inside, a breaking ball, 2-2 to the left-hand batter. Wilson Valdez and James Loney to follow. Mosley this year working from the far third base side of the rubber, the 2-2. Curveball, strike 3 called, and Duncan's caught looking to start the ball game. 1 away, that'll bring up the shortstop, Wilson Valdez. Valdez batting .292, 10 doubles, 4 homers, 29 runs batted in. Valdez, 2 hits and 16 at-bats in this series. The Bees' parent club, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, opening up a series tonight in San Francisco against the Giants. Calvin Escobar, 5-7 for the Halos. Matt Cain, 5-5 for the Giants. As the Angels drop 2 out of 3 to the Padres in Anaheim. The pitch on the way. Up, and the letters of strike 0-1. Angels, I believe, just 4-6 on the just completed homestand. Last in the American League West, 7 behind first place Oakland. 1 strike the count. Now Mosley ready, the 0-1. Valdez takes the curveball low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mosley with a high 80s, low 90s fastball, cutter, curve, and changeup. Now the wind by Mosley, the 1-1 to Valdez. Swung on and looped towards right center field. On the run, Murphy stretches out and makes the backhanded running catch. Great jump by Murphy running into the alley in right center field to haul that one in and take extra bases away from Wilson Valdez, reaching high over his head and backhanding that ball as he got to it. So 2 away. That'll bring up the first baseman, James Loney. Loney hitting .368, second in the PCL. 14 doubles, 2 triples, 4 homers, and 32 runs batted in. Having a solid series, 6 for 17. First pitch on the way from Mosley, and Loney spins away from an inside delivery, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Gentle breeze blowing out right now out of the northwest. The 1-0 pitch to Loney. Swinging a ground ball foul, skipping off the railing of the dugout and into the crowd. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike on Loney. And an off day tomorrow, and then Sacramento comes in for a 5-game series. Night games Wednesday through Saturday, a day game Sunday. The 1-1 pitch, Loney cues one off the end of the bat. Going to be a tough play for Aylward. Charges gloves, throws, but not in time. Just a little dribbler off the end of the bat by Loney, and it works out for him. It's an infield single. And that'll bring up Elwin Young, the right fielder. Young batting .282, 20 doubles, 8 homers, 43 runs batted in, 5 for 15 in the series, 2 of his 5 hits, home runs. So Mosley retires the first 2, makes a good pitch on Loney. But he hits a slow dribbler that ends up being as good as a line drive, a base hit. So runner at first base, 2 out. Loney, 5 out of 8 in the stolen base department. Mosley working from the stretch for the first time. And the pitch to Young, a strike on the outside corner to knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Outfield shaded towards left for Young. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander, Mosley. 1 strike on Young. Now Mosley's pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Young, the RBI leader for Las Vegas in the 15 games against the Bees this year with 11. 17 hits, 8 of them for extra bases, 4 doubles and 4 home runs. Now the 0-2 pitch to Young. Swung on, smashed towards second, flagging it down to his left. Kendrick in short right field, throws him out to retire the side. Kendrick into short right field to his left. Was able to glove it, spin, and fire a strike to first for the out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Las Vegas nothing, and the Bees are coming to bat on ESPN 1230.
Hi, is this the Federal Reserve? How you doing? Good, good. I'm fine, thanks. Listen, maybe you can help me. You're the guys who control the interest rates, right? Good. I was wondering if you could just not touch the interest rates until I sell my home. Well, yeah, I understand that, but no, I just need you to not touch the interest rate until I sell my home. That's all. Just, don't raise it. Just, keep it stable. Well, is there someone there who can help me? Yeah, I'll hold. Thanks.
Okay, so you can't control the Fed, but call a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent, and you'll have qualified buyers from all over the world looking at your home, no matter what the interest rate is. That's because Coldwell Banker agents are not only local experts, they're also part of a national and international referral network of professional agents. So there will be thousands of Coldwell Banker agents all over the world working to find you the right buyer at the right price.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, I'm still on hold. Sure, I'll stay here. Thanks.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit UtahHomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
I got hurt in a car wreck, and I've got some questions. Is it normal if I hurt worse the day after the accident? Can I choose the doctor? Can I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I'm attorney Keith Barton, and I can help. These are the kinds of questions I answer every day.
Until I called Keith Barton, I had no idea how it really worked. I called and he got me $200,000. How's that for an answer?
If you've been in a car wreck and you're hurt, call me at area code 801. It's easy.
We go to the bottom of the first inning, no score. Defensively for Las Vegas, John Weber in left, Jeff Duncan in center, Delwyn Young in right, Eric Riggs at third, Wilson Valdez at short, Oscar Robles at second, and James Loney is at first. The battery of Eric Stoltz pitching and Deanna Navarro catching. For Stoltz, his 14th start in 71 in the third innings. He's given up 76 hits, 47 runs, 38 of them earned. He has struck out 60 and walked 37. He's hit a batter, thrown 4 wild pitches, and surrendered 4 home runs. Stoltz 5 and 6 with a 4.79 earned run average. The PCL batting .279 against Eric Stoltz, who is making his 4th start against the Bees. He is 0-1 with a pair of no decisions. Reggie Willits to lead it off, batting .327, 13 doubles, 3 triples, 3 homers, 33 runs batted in. Shows bunt and takes high and outside, ball 1. Reggie's now climbed into the top 10 in hitting at .327. He also has the longest home on base streak in the PCL this year. He's reached in 30 consecutive home games by either a hit, walk, or a hit batter. The 1-0 pitch, and that's down low, ball 2. 2-0 to Willits. And a bigger average by over 100 points from the left side compared to the right. But still gets on from the right side, the 2-0. Outside, ball 3. During this 30-game home on-base streak, Willits has an on-base percentage of .496. So basically, he's getting on base every other plate appearance. 3 balls, no strikes. He's in the top 5 in the league in walks drawn with 44. The pitch, strike on the inside corner at the knees, 3-1. Eric Stoltz on the mound, 6'3", 215 in his 5th year out of Mishawaka, Indiana. Now the lefty ready, the 3-1 pitch. Low and inside to make it 45 walk for Reggie Willits as he extends that home on base streak now to 31 straight games. So the leadoff man aboard, that'll bring up Casey Smith, the shortstop. Batting .290, 13 doubles, a triple. No homers and 22 runs batted in. Casey with a pair of doubles yesterday. 5 for 16 in this series. So Willits at first. Again, watch for the hit and run. Casey Smith, probably the best hitter in the Bees lineup at working the hit and run. Willits doesn't go, and the first pitch is low, ball 1. 1-0 the count on Casey. Ryan Harper, the Bees manager, going through the signs. Over in the coach's box at third. Jim Efford, the hitting coach, is over at first. The outfield shaded towards right for Casey as the lefty Stoltz deals. Strike on the outside corner at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stoltz on the mound, a 15th round draft pick in 2002 out of Bethel College in Indiana, where he also played basketball. The 1-1. Taking ball, strike on the inside corner at the belt, 1-2. The 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Casey, with Tommy Murphy, the right fielder, due next. Stoltz tears in at his catcher Navarro, the left-hander ready. The 1-2. Grounded foul outside of first, still 1-2. April the 10th in Las Vegas. Stoltz went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits and only 1 run. He struck out 7 and did not walk a batter, but was not involved in the decision. May 2nd, he took the loss here, giving up 6 runs on 9 hits in 5 1/3 innings. And on Memorial Day, looked like he was going to tag with a loss, giving up 5 runs, 4 earned on 8 hits in 4 2/3 innings, but wound up without a decision. The 1-2 swung on and lifted down the right field line, slicing towards the stands and out of play. That was the game that just as soon forget from a Bee standpoint, as Salt Lake led 6-0 going into the bottom of the 8th, only to have Las Vegas score 8 runs. So 1-2 the count still on Casey Smith. The outfield shaded towards right. The infield, that double play down. Now the left-hander ready. Stoltz kicks the 1-2. Fastball line foul into the upper deck. First base side, still 1-2. Casey Smith battling Stoltz here in the first inning. Reggie Willits at first. He has 19 steals. He's been thrown out 10 times, and there's a toss to first, and Willits is back. The 19 stolen bases for Willits ties him for third in the league with Charlton Jimerson of Round Rock, 4 behind league leader Freddie Guzman of Oklahoma. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Again, Stoltz delivers, and Smith lines another one foul. Rattling around is sweet. And so the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stoltz looking in. Now the left-hander set. Again the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, left field. Weber going back, still going back, and reaches out, and it's going to be over his head and up against the wall. Willits around third. Brian Harper's waving him in. Here comes the relay throw to the plate, and he slides in safely. Casey Smith, an RBI double, and it's 1-0 Salt Lake. Weber was playing in, and Casey just knocked it over his head to the base of the wall. Willits had to hold up just momentarily to make sure that was over his head, but he was able to beat the throw with a good slide, and Casey Smith's last 3 hits now have all been doubles. That's his 14th of the year and his 23rd run batted in. So the Bees with an early 1-0 lead, a runner at second base, and nobody out. That'll bring up Tommy Murphy batting .325, 7 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 18 runs batted in. Murphy 3 for 15 in this series. The pitch. He shows bunt and takes a breaking ball low and inside to the right-hand batter. Ball 1. Murphy, a switch hitter, batting from the right side against the lefty Stoltz. 1 ball to count on Murphy. The shortstop Valdez in behind the runner Smith at second base. Now Stoltz deals. Murphy takes outside. Ball 2. 2-0 to count on Murphy. In the Bees with a 7-game winning streak coming into this one that piggybacks a 5-game losing streak. Now Stoltz ready, and the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a foul back over the screen and into and out of a sweep. In the upper deck it goes, and the count's 2-1 on Tommy Murphy. Then there's a slight chance of showers, but they say most of the rain may be Berger, where it evaporates before it gets to the ground. The 2-1. Swing and a foul, and a change up back to the screen, 2-2. So if you can, come on out. It's Harmon's family night. Get up to 8 folks in the family in for just $16. Looks like a few folks have taken advantage of that. Here on a Monday night here at Franklin Covey Field. Bees leading 1-0. A runner at second base with nobody out. Now Stoltz from the belt ready. The 2-2 to Murphy. Up high, ball 3. 3-2 to count on Tommy. And the Bees get their first look at Sacramento, the AAA affiliate of Oakland, beginning Wednesday. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Stoltz payoff pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out. 1 down here in the first inning. That'll bring up the second baseman, Howie Kendrick, leading the league with a .399 average. 23 doubles, 4 triples, 9 homers, 48 runs batted in. Kendrick 8 for 18 in this series. His 23 doubles also leads the league. A runner at second base, 1 out, the pitch. Kendrick swings and lifts it foul into the upper deck to the right of home plate for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Kendrick on the year, batting .404 against Las Vegas. 0-1 the count. The southpaw Stoltz delivers low and inside the right-hand batter, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kendrick with 2 triples and a homer yesterday, driving in 4 runs in the Bees' victory. The 1-1. Kendrick rips a line drive into left field, a base hit. Played on the second hop by Weber. The stop sign is up for Casey Smith. Throw gets away, but it's backed up by the catcher Navarro, and Kendrick has to hold at first base. That ball was hit so sharply that Casey Smith had no chance of trying to score from second base. But he advances to third. The runners are at the corners. 1 out for Jeff Mathis, batting .311. 17 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 23 runs batted in. 6 for 12 in the series. He's got a 6-game hitting streak working. He is the Bees' leading hitter against Las Vegas, batting .414 on the year. So Smith at third, Kendrick at first, 1 out. Las Vegas will play its infield at double play depth. The outfield shaded a step or two towards right. Stoltz ready, and the pitch to Mathis. Breaking ball misses low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Mathis 2 for 3 with a double against Stoltz this year. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. The ball gets away from Navarro, and Kendrick will take second base. So the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. And now runners at second and third on what will likely be a wild pitch, as that one hit well in front of the plate. And that is indeed the call. And for Eric Stoltz, his 5th wild pitch. That takes away the ground ball double play possibility. So runners at second and third, 1 out. Loney just about even with the bag at first, maybe a step or 2 behind. Everybody else is back. So ground ball to short second. Definitely a run. Now the 1-1 pitch. Low and inside. A curveball. 2-1 the count on Mathis. As the Bees look to add to their 1-0 lead here in the first. Now Stoltz ready. The left-hander deals. Swung on, punched into right field, a base hit. Smith in from third. Here comes Kendrick around third. Young throw to the plate, and he is going to be tagged out. Throw to second base, and Mathis is out there as well. So it'll be a single and a run batted in for Mathis, but also Kendrick throwing out at the plate, 9-2, and then 2-6 on Mathis trying to go to second on the throw through. So the Bees, out of all that, scored 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So after the first inning of play, it's the Bees 2 and Las Vegas nothing on ESPN 1230.
Paulie Colosimo here.
Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick brats, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. You know, if I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300. Serving the heart of your home and business.
We go to the second inning. Bees leading 2-0. What a play to end the first inning. An RBI single, and then 2 outs are recorded as Kendrick thrown out at the plate, and then Mathis trying to go to second on the throw through gets tossed out. But the Bees do lead it 2-0, and the batter will be Eric Riggs, to be followed by John Weber and Oscar Robles. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the 51's batting order to face Dustin Mosley. Riggs batting .397, 3 doubles, no triples, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in. Riggs 6 for 12 in this series, and he's batting over 500 against the Bees on the year at 10 for 19 as Mosley delivers a strike 0-1. Was in the camp of the Winnipeg Goldeyes of the Northern League when the Dodgers signed Riggs. Third ball inside, 1-1. Last year he was in the Astros organization at Double-A Corpus Christi, and prior to that had been in the Dodgers system from 98 through 04. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss at the cutter, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strike. Riggs 10 for 19 against the Bees this year with 3 homers and 7 runs batted in. He's really been a thorn in Salt Lake's side as the 1-2 comes home. Ground ball up the middle, past second base and into center field, and Riggs has yet another hit against Salt Lake. So Eric Riggs aboard with a leadoff single, and that'll bring up the left fielder, John Weber. Weber hitting .262, 14 doubles, 2 homers, 23 runs batted in, 1 for 12 in the series. So runner at first base, nobody out for Las Vegas as they try to answer the 2-run bottom of the first, an inning that certainly could have been a lot more productive. The pitch, line drive, left field, Pavkovich in, fighting the sun, on his knees, backhands the ball for the out. I tell you what, it's tough enough for an experienced outfielder, but Adam had never played the outfield until this year. Had to fight the sun all the way, got down on his knees, and backhanded the ball, and that could very well be our Mountains West Ranch's defensive play of the game. That was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. So 1 out, Oscar Robles the batter, hitting .276, 2 doubles, and 14 runs batted in. Middle infielders, double play depth. Elwood in on the edge of the grass at third. The pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Robles, a left-handed batter. Now the right-hander Mosley's pitch. Ground ball sharply hit to Myers at first. Goes to second for 1. Smith back to Myers. Double play. 3-6-3 double play, and that's the 83rd double play. Turned by the Bees this year. They are 3rd in the league in that department. No runs, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Bees 2, Las Vegas nothing on ESPN 1230.
I got hurt in a car wreck, and I've got some questions. Is it normal if I hurt worse the day after the accident? Can I choose the doctor? Can I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I'm attorney Keith Barton, and I can help. These are the kinds of questions I answer every day.
Until I called Keith Barton, I had no idea how it really worked. I called and he got me $200,000. How's that for an answer?
If you've been in a car wreck and you're hurt, call me at area code 801. It's easy.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now get a family pass to see the Bees this season for an incredible $199. That's only $276 per game for your entire immediate family. Call 325-BASE to get your family pass. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 the score in favor of the Bees. It'll be Mike Elwood, Ryan Buddy, and Corey Myers. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the Bees batting order to face left-hander Eric Stultz. The Bees out in front by a score of 2-0. By the way, if a Bees player hits for the cycle at home this season during a regulation 9-inning game, you could win $10,000 in the SMC Capital Management Hit for the Cycle contest, courtesy of Gary Gigi of SMC Capital Management. Register to win at the Franklin Covey Field Customer Service booth, and don't forget to check out www.retirementsource.net for more information on SMC Capital Management, Architects of Wealth. Here's Mike Elward batting .264, 5 doubles, a homer, and 18 runs batted in. 4 hits and 13 at-bats in this series, and he swings at the first pitch and lifts one foul, twisting out of play down the right field line onto the roof. 1 strike the count on Elward, with Ryan Buddy and Corey Myers to follow. Elward waving that bat out over the plate, now awaits the 0-1 from Stoltz. Up a little high, and that evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stoltz in his last outing at home against Colorado Springs on June 14th. The 1-1 pitch is high, 2-1 the count. Took a loss against the Sky Sox, giving up 4 runs, all earned on 6 hits in 6 2/3 innings, snapping a personal 2-game win streak. If 2 games can actually be considered a streak. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stoltz 3-4 on the road compared to 2-2 at home, and his ERA on the road 2 runs per game higher, which shows a lot of impressive work at home. Here's a ground ball foul. Cashman Field, certainly a hitter's ballpark, yet his ERA there 2 runs per game lower. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Mike Elward. There's nobody down in the Las Vegas bullpen to pick it up, so the left fielder John Weber has to go get it. So the Bees right now enjoying their biggest lead of the season, a 6-game advantage over both Portland and Tacoma. Those 2 teams getting underway in about a half hour from now. The 2-2 pitch, Elward lifts 1 foul over the roof first base side and onto West Temple. Portland wrapping up their series at home against Fresno, while Tacoma ends their set at Sacramento. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count on Elward. Now Stoltz winds the 2-2. Strike 3 called. A fastball the inside corner at the knees, and there's 1 down here in the second. Second strikeout for Stoltz, and that'll bring up the catcher, Ryan Buddy. Buddy batting .221, 11 doubles, 4 homers, 23 runs batted in. Came into DH yesterday after Reggie Willis was ejected and promptly delivered a single and eventually scored the second of the 2 insurance runs scored in the 8th inning. Of course, the first of which was the Geico insurance run. The pitch to Buddy, inside at the knees, a fastball, 1-0. That's Ryan's only hit in 5 at-bats in this series. Now Stoltz ready, the 1-0. Swung on, soft liner towards short. Loved by the shortstop Valdez before it hits the ground. Took that one off his shoe tops, and there's 2 down here in the second inning. Brings up Corey Myers, the first baseman. Myers batting .190. 1 homer, 4 runs batted in. Myers 2 for 6 with a long home run in this series. High off the left side of the concession stand in left field. So 2 out, bases empty. He's leading 2-0 here in the second inning. First pitch to Myers, lifted foul, first base side, over the roof and out of play for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. He's getting to Stoltz for 2 runs in the first. Usually he gets off to good starts. His first inning ERA, it's just 1.38. The 0-1 pitch, curveball, low and outside, 1-1. Looks like the second time through the orders when he gets into trouble. His third inning ERA, 4.85, over 7 in the fourth and over 9 in the fifth. There's a changeup high for a ball. 2-1 the count on Corey Myers. The outfield shaded towards right. Now Stoltz kicks the 2-1. Grounded foul off the fencing in front of the Las Vegas dugout at third. The count's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-0 D's here in the bottom of the second inning. Shadow the upper deck now, just about covering the entire infield. There's a pitch high for a ball, 3-2, just a sliver of sunlight out by the shortstop, Wilson Valdez. Sliver of sunlight by the shortstop. Say that 3 times fast. I couldn't say it 1 time slow. 3-2 payoff pitch to Myers. Swing and a foul back into the screen, and that keeps it at 3-2. Get an off day tomorrow. Sacramento comes in. First look at the River Cats, but the Bees will see them plenty of times. Coming up, 16 out of 26 days. They'll face Sacramento starting Wednesday. 3-2 again to Myers. Breaking ball just missed a little low. Ball 4. Second walk issued by Stultz. And so with 2 outs, Myers at first. The batter will be Adam Paskovich, the left fielder. Paskovich hitting .221. 5 doubles and triples, 6 homers, and 20 runs batted in. Paskovich 1 for 9 in the series with 1 run batted in. So 2 outs, a runner at first base. Stultz ready. The pitch. Curveball strike, and it's an ease, 0-1. Myers at first, not a threat to go. Shortstop Valdez playing a step back on the outfield grass. Now comes into the part of the infield. The pitch, Paskovich drives one to deep left center field. Jeff Duckett on his horse won't be able to get to that one as it one-hops the wall. Here comes Myers around third. He's going to be waved on in. Paskovich takes the turn and scrambles back to second with an RBI double. And now the Bees lead it 3-0. A 2-out walk extends the inning. And Adam Paskovich makes Stultz pay with a long drive that one-hopped the wall in left center field. And for Adam, his 6th double of the year and his 21st run batted in. So here's Reggie Willits, who walked and scored in the first inning. Willits ejected yesterday by home plate umpire Brian Knight. This is Willits' 4th professional season. He says that's the first time he's been ejected. First pitch to Reggie. Swinging a ground foul as Brian Harper dances to get out of the way at third. Strike 1. 0-1 the count on Willits. Comes into the ball game with a 7-game hitting streak. 2 games shy of his season high. Had a 9-gamer that began in mid-April and ended in early May. Pickoff throw to second base, and back in safely with the right hand is Paskovich on a head-first dive. Just getting there ahead of the tag of Wilson Valdez. No balls, 1 strike. 3-0 Bees here in the bottom of the second. Now Stultz ready from the waist. The kick, the 0-1. Curveball strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Stultz, a workhorse. Last year he tied Chad Billingsley for the Dodgers organizational lead with 146 innings pitched. Billingsley just recently called up to Los Angeles from Las Vegas. Now the 2-strike pitch to Willits. Fastball high, 1-2. Like the Bees, the 51s have lost players to their big league affiliate. Some have come back, some have not. Like Andre Ethier, the outstanding young outfielder. Catcher Russell Martin. Billingsley is up. Now the 1-2. Foul back off the top of the screen, and it's still 1-2. New supply of baseballs being delivered to the home plate umpire Garrett Watson. 3-0 Bees. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Adam Paskovich out at second base after his RBI double here with 2 outs. Now Stultz ready. The 1-2 to Willits. Curveball into the dirt. 2-2 the count. Stultz 0-1 in 2 starts against the Singers last year. '26-year-old lefty Eric Stultz on the mound for Las Vegas. Now the southpaw ready, and the 2-2 pitch. Flair to right field. Young coming over. Now backs up and has to make an over-the-shoulder catch. as he misread that one, and that retires the side. Bees get a run on one hit, no errors, one runner left on base. We go to the third. Bees 3, Las Vegas nothing on ESPN 1230.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Strike three! A no-hitter, a perfect game for Don Larson. Yogi Berra runs out there. He leaps on Larson, and he's swarmed by his teammates. Listen to this crowd roar.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now students can get a pass to all 72 Bees games this summer for the incredible price of just $25. That's only 35 cents a game. Call 325-BASE to get your student pass today. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
We go to the third, 3-0 the score in favor of the Bees. It'll be Deoner Navarro, Edwin Bellarine, and Jeff Duncan. The 8-on-1 hitters due up in the 51's batting order to face right-hander Dustin Mosley. Navarro getting his first action of the series and of the season against Salt Lake. Pitch on the way, fastball, strike 0-1. Navarro batting just 0-48, 1 double, 1 run batted in. This is just his 7th game. He's 1 for 21. Swinging a foul off the glove of Buddy, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Time now for our first check of the Abra scoreboard. Windshield chips or cracks got you down? Let the specialist at Abra take the worry out of your glass replacement or repair. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule your appointment. As Navarro waves and misses at a changeup, strike 3. Second strikeout for Mosley, and there's 1 down here in the third. Brings up Edwin Bellarine, who's batting .270. 7 doubles, 3 homers, 17 runs batted in. 3 for 10 in this series. 2 day games in the PCL. Albuquerque shuts out Iowa in Des Moines 3-0. That ends the Albuquerque losing streak at 6 and snaps Iowa's winning streak at 4. Now the pitch to Bellarine. Breaking ball, strike at the knees, 0-1. At Colorado Springs, Tucson rally with 2 in the 7th to tie it, and 2 in the 10th to beat the Sky Sox, 4-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 0-2. Tucson today losing outfielder Scott Hairston, their leading RBI man, and second in the league as he was called up to the Diamondbacks. First of 2 at Memphis, the Redbirds take the opener 4-3 from Omaha to make up yesterday's rainout. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball. He struck him out, back-to-back punch-out for Dustin Mosley. 3 on the night for Dustin. That'll bring up the top of the order, and Jeff Duncan called out on strike, his first time up. The nightcap, Omaha nothing, Memphis nothing. Redbirds batting in the bottom of the first. In the 6th at Round Rock, the Express and New Orleans are scoreless. Now Mosley's first pitch to Duncan, up a little high, ball 1. Later on, Fresno at Portland and Tacoma at Sacramento. Those games still about 20 minutes away from getting started. Limited action in the majors. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1. Bottom of the 8th at Philadelphia. The Phillies lead the Yankees 3-2. Rain delay in the 5th at Cleveland with the Cubs out in front of the Indians 6-4. 7th inning at Milwaukee. No score. Tigers and Brewers. 1-1 to Duncan. Inside, a breaking ball. Backs Duncan away from the plate. 2-1 the count to the left-hand batter. Bottom of the 7th at Fenway. The Red Sox lead Washington 4-3. Bottom of the 9th at New York. The Mets trail Cincinnati 4-2. Oakland trails at Colorado 2-0 after 3 as Duncan lifts one in the air to deep right center field. Murphy going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it's gone. Off the base of the light standard in right center field. Jeff Duncan with his 5th home run of the year. And it's now the Bees 3 and Las Vegas 1. So Duncan with 5 home runs on the year. 3 of them have come against the Bees. So the 51s are on the board. That is the 8th home run surrendered by Dustin Mosley this year. That'll bring up Wilson Valdez. Flight out to Murphy and right, his first time up. Tommy with a fine running catch into the alley in right center field. Earlier today in 11, Arizona wins at Pittsburgh 5-4 to make up of a rainout. As the breaking ball misses low, 1-0. Angels and Giants still a half hour away from getting started at AT&T Park. Now the 1-0. Valdez swings and lifts one foul off the facing of the roof and all the way back down into the screen. And the count on Valdez is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. 3-1 now in favor of the Bees on the solo home run by Duncan. Now Mosley into his motion for the 1-1. Swung on, chop past the mound. The shortstop Casey Smith to his left. Handles the letter high bounce and throws a strike to first to retire Valdez and the side here in the 3rd. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's the Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Well, it's Hall of Fame stuff. You know, you come, all those guys you saw in the All-Star game, you wonder what happened to them, you come to the Hall of Fame, there they are. It's a meeting place, a gathering place.
Relive your fondest memories of Lou Brock and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For information, visit baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME. Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. The Baseball Hall of Fame.
We go down to the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Casey Smith, Tommy Murphy, Howie Kendrick, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up in the Bees batting order to face left-hander Eric Stoltz. The 51's on the board, cutting the Salt Lake lead to 2. Casey Smith to lead it off. He drove in the first Salt Lake run with an RBI double. He eventually came around to score on a single by Jeff Mathis. Just a reminder, all kids 14 and under can stop by the Larry H. Miller Chevrolet location with their parents at 5650 South State Street in Murray and enter to win a chance to be the honorary bat kid at a Bees home game. First pitch to Smith, the breaking ball low, ball 1. Larry H. Miller Chevrolet, after all, you know this guy. 1 ball to count on Smith. The pitch. Strike in at the knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tommy Murphy, Howie Kendrick to follow. Al Stoltz, the lefty, deals. Swinging a pop foul, coming back and out of play into the upper deck. 1-2 the count on Casey. We mentioned Scott Hairston called up by the Diamondbacks from Tucson as they designate pitcher Kevin Jarvis for assignment. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on, punch to the right side and through. Past Robles into right field, and Casey Smith is 2 for 2. Hit number 5 in the ball game for the Bees, and so Casey on board for Tommy Murphy, who struck out swinging his first time up. Red Sox today designated first baseman J.T. Stowe for assignment. He was well documented. He was not happy with his probably less than part-time role in Boston. Minnesota released third baseman Tony Batista. Oakland signed pitcher Scott Sauerbeck to a one-year deal. He had been released by Cleveland. Pitch to Murphy, shows bunt, takes the fastball low, ball one. Texas placed pitcher Antonio Alfonseca on waivers for the purpose of giving him his unconditional release. 1 ball, the count on Murphy. Stoltz ready. The pitch. Swing and a miss to the curveball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a warm day, a little bit of humidity in the air, it seems like. But a nice crowd here on a Monday, taking advantage of the Harmon's family night. The 1-1. Murphy bunts again, third base side. That's going to hit the grass and have enough English on it, though, to curl foul. And the count goes to 1-2. All you have to do is stop by your neighborhood Harmon's, pick up the family night voucher, which will get you up to 8 tickets for $16 at the Bees box office. Bees hit the road for a while. The next Harmon's family night will be on, wow, it is a long ways away. The next Harmon's family night is not until August 7th, when the Bees host Round Rock. They only have one home game in July, and that's on the 24th, the big fireworks night, so no family night deal there. The 1-2 pitch instead the toss to first, so August 7th is the next Harmon's family night, when the Bees take on the Round Rock Express, their first ever visit to Franklin Covey Field since the franchise relocated from Edmonton. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swung on, line pace hit into left field, just beyond the glove of Eric Riggs at third. Into second base goes Casey Smith. So back-to-back singles open up the third inning for the Bees, and that'll bring up Howie Kendrick, who ripped a base hit to left his first time up. Moved to second on a wild pitch, but was thrown out at the plate on a base hit to right by Jeff Mathis by right fielder Delwyn Young. So runners at first and second, nobody out. The infield at double play depth. Hendrick, with that base hit, for the moment anyway, lifts his average up above 400 to 402. Now Stoltz glances back towards Smith at second base. The pitch. Low and inside is Howie skips rope to get out of the way. Ball one. 1-0 the count. Congratulations to Bees pitcher Steven Shell, named the PCL Pitcher of the Week for this past week. 1-0 with a 0 ERA in 2 starts, as he allowed no runs on 6 hits in 11 innings. Swing and a foul off the glove of the catcher Navarro, 1-1. Struck out 7 and walked 2. Shell, the second Salt Lake pitcher to win the award this season. Casey Olenberger took the honor for the week of May 8th through the 14th. Tough competition. DeJuan Brazelton threw a complete game 1 hitter, but that was his only game. Now the 1-1 to Kendrick. Foul, first base side. That one's going to make its way into one of the sweeps to the right of home plate. And the count's 1-2 on Howie Kendrick. One ball, 2 strikes. Sun no longer a factor in the infield, but it is still in left and in center. Now the 1-2 pitch to Kendrick. Popped up, little flare, back at first base. Loney racing back, and he makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Throws it back into the infield, but the runners get back. Fine play by James Loney, racing out directly behind him. Second baseman Robles couldn't get over. It was up to Loney, and he was somehow able to get back there and make a fine over-the-shoulder catch to take a little bloop hit away from Howie Kendrick. So 1 down in the third. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who had the RBI single his first time up. A pretty good play by James Loney over at first base. That's always an easier play, the pop up into shallow right for the second baseman cutting across, but with a infield at double play depth. Robles wasn't in position to make that play as Mathis takes the fastball inside, ball one. So it was going to be Loney or it was going to drop in. 1 ball, no strikes to count. He's leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the third. The pitch, the runners go, and it's lifted foul. First base side into the upper deck. So the count on Mathis is even at 1-1. Little hit and run with 2 men on base. Ryan Harper going through the signs again. Smith at second, Murphy at first, 1 out. He's leading by a pair, trying to at least get the run back there relinquished in the top of the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. From the stretch, Stoltz delivers. Low and outside, snap go to first, and Murphy is out at first base. A quick tag by Loney, and Murphy is picked off at first base, 2-3. The count on Mathis, 2-1. Umpires in the green seats don't like the call, but Murphy didn't argue. 2 balls, 1 strike. That'll take the 2-out base hit here for Mathis. To bring home the run from second base, the pitch. Curve ball misses outside of the knees, and the count 3-1. Mike Elworth, the third baseman, is due next. 3-1, the count on Mathis. Stoltz glances back at Smith, the pitch. Inside, ball 4. That's the second walk. Makes that the third walk issued by Eric Stoltz in the ball game. So runners at first and second, 2 out, and the batter will be Mike Elward. Called out on strikes his first time up. So 2 on, 2 out. I asked Mike if he likes the song and likes the fans chanting Mike, Mike with it. He says it's quite a kick, he told his wife. The pitch on the way. Elward rips one into left field, a base hit. Here comes Smith around third. Brian Harper's going to wave him on home. Here comes John Weber's throw to the plate, and he is out at the plate as the Bees have another runner thrown out on the base pass. 7-2 on the putout. So no runs out of all that. 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. As we go to the fourth, the Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster. Charge by phone or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at PapaJohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at PapaJohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
All right, we go to the fourth inning. The Bees leading 3-1, but they've had 3 runners thrown out on the base paths, including 2 at home plate. Another runner picked up on the base paths. So you have to be concerned if whether or not that'll come back to haunt them before this game is out. James Loney, Delwyn Young, Eric Riggs, the heart of the order, the 3, 4, and 5 men in the Las Vegas order, due up. So here's Loney, who reached on a little squibbler up the third base side in the first inning. He's with 3 runs on 7 hits through 3 innings. Now Mosley winds the pitch. Off speed and low, ball 1. 1-0 the count. 1 run on 3 hits for Las Vegas as we start the 4th inning. The pitch. Change up, strike, and it's even the count at 1-1 strike. Time now for a look ahead at what's on the road for the Bees, brought to you by Big O Tires. A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires. Bees hit the road a week from today. The 1-1 pitch, and that's lofted in the air towards left center field and shallow. Adam Paskovich is there, and he'll put it away for out number 1. Loney retired. That'll bring up Delwyn Young, who grounded out to second base his first time up. Bees still have the 5-game series here Wednesday through Sunday against Sacramento. And the Bees hit the road a week from today. 4 games at Colorado Springs, including a Wednesday matinee, and then 4 night games at Sacramento. Then the Bees return home on the 4th of July against the Sky Sox. Big fireworks show. Get your tickets now before they're sold out. The pitch. Swing and a tap foul up the first base side. There's nothing more American than fireworks in baseball on the 4th of July. No balls, 1 strike to count on Delwyn Young. So make plans to be here. Again, get your tickets now. The 0-1 pitch outside of ball, 1-1 box office. Opens at 8:30 Monday through Friday. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. On the left hand hitting Delwyn Young. Fastball up and in. Leans Young out of the way for a ball, 2-1. Young with one of those 2 outfield assists, throwing out a runner at the plate, gunning down Howie Kendrick from right field. There's a fastball strike, and the count's even at 2-2. That coming in the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Young. Eric Riggs, the third baseman, due next. Buddy behind the plate, the sign down, the target up, the 2-2. Swing and a miss at a curveball. He struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Dustin Mosley. Just a reminder, if the Bees pitching staff combines to strike out 10 or more batters in a 9-inning game tonight, Cal Solio Distributors and Kendall Oil will donate $125 to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Utah. The 2 out, nobody on for Eric Riggs, who singled to center his first time up. That 10 strikeouts in a game has happened 5 times so far this year. There's a curveball strike on the inside corner to Bell, 0-1. Making the total donation so far $625. No balls, 1 strike the pitch. Swing a ground ball, back at first, takes a bad hop off the shoulder of Myers and into right field. When it finally looked like the Bees were going to retire Riggs, it took a bad hop on Corey Myers and back at first. So Riggs at first with 2 out on the bad hop single. Hit number 4 for Las Vegas, and that'll bring up John Weber, who flied out to Adam Paskovich, who nearly lost the ball in the sun, went down to his knees and made a backhanded catch. Boy, for Riggs now, he's 12 for 21, a .571 average against the Bees this year, and he's 8 for 14 in this series. So runner at first base, 2 out, the pitch. Swung on and popped up behind the plate. Buddy with the mask off has plenty of room, and he puts the squeeze on it for the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs here in the 4th on 1 hit. 1 runner left on base as we go to the bottom of the 4th. The Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and serene tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and the chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on Big O Tires.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Bees 3, Las Vegas 1. It'll be Ryan Buddy, Corey Myers, and Adam Pavkovich. The 7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the Salt Lake batting order to face left-hander Eric Stoltz. Time now for a look at this date in Salt Lake TCL history. Brought to you by Med1 Medical, the exclusive provider of Sleep Smart Gold. Med1 Medical, the sleep professionals. On this date in 1996, Brent Brady leads off the bottom of the 11th inning with a home run to give the Buzz a 4-3 win over Tucson. Damian Miller had tied the game for Salt Lake with a solo shot in the bottom of the 9th. Damian now with the Milwaukee Brewers. Also on this date in 1999, David Ortiz, Big Papi, known as the Big O back then, belted a pair of 2-run homers in the Buzz 7-2 win over Tacoma. First pitch to Ryan Buddy, a strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. Buddy lined out to the shortstop Wilson Valdez, who took it off his shoe top back in the second inning. The pitch, Buddy swings and lifts one in the air towards left. Weber going back, still going back at the track, reaches up, makes the catch, hits the barrier, but hangs on for the out. Tell you what, some pretty good defense tonight by Las Vegas. Couple of good catches. 3 runners for Salt Lake thrown out on the base paths, another one picked off. That'll bring up Corey Myers, who walked and scored in the second inning, scoring from first on a double to left center by Adam Pavkovich with 2 out. And the first pitch to Myers misses for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, the Salt Lake franchise has made Las Vegas its #1 victim over the years. Time to call out the CSI folks. Pitch fouled back into the screen, 1-1. The Buzz Stingers and Bees now have 111 wins against the Stars and 51s with 78 losses. Tucson is now second on this list. The Salt Lake is 108 and 80 against the Toros and Sidewinders. 1-1 pitch, and Myers fouls it back into the screen, 1-2. Salt Lake has dropped only 3 out of 13 season series to Las Vegas, the last coming in 2003 when the 51s won it 9-7 over the Stingers. Now the 1-2 to Myers. Lifts it down the right field line, but slicing foul and out of play. Still 1-2. The other years were 1999 when the Stars won 10 to the Buzz 6, and then in 2001 when the 51s beat the Stingers 5-3. The other years all won by Salt Lake. The 1-2 to Myers. Curveball low, 2-2. Again, Salt Lake, on the strength of their 4 straight wins in this series, now has an 8-7 lead, with this being the final meeting between the two teams. 2-2 pitch. Myers swings and fouls it back to the base of the screen. So it is still 2-2 on Corey, with Adam Pavkovich due next. He's leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. The infield back, the outfield straight away. Center fielder Duncan maybe a few steps towards right center. The 2-2 to Myers. Lifted foul again, first base side, over the roof and out of play. Still 2-2. Wednesday, Joe Saunders will face right-hander Juan Dominguez, who's 5-7, but has pitched well of late. Steven Shell Thursday against right-hander Victor Moreno. Jared Weaver bounces back on Friday against right-hander Ben Fritz. The 2-2 pitch is low, ball 3. 3-2 the count. Jeff Haverlow will go Saturday for the Bees, and Tonight's starter, Dustin Mosley, will go Sunday. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air towards right center. Duncan drifting back towards the edge of the track. Onto the track, makes the running catch for out number 2. So Buddy and Myers both recorded, or I should say both retired on fly balls to the track. So 2 down for Adam Paskovich, who doubled off the wall in left field in the second inning to drive home a run. So just a little bit too much ballpark on those last 2 balls hit by Buddy and Myers. First pitch to Paskovich. Curve ball low and inside, ball 1. 3-1 Bees here in the bottom of the 4th. Now the pitch. Change up away from the right-handed batter. The count on Paskovich, 2 balls and no strikes. Paskovich waiting. Now Stultz the pitch. Low and outside, it's 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Paskovich, a .221 hitter on the year, .250 on this homestand. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, bases empty here in the 4th. Bees leading 3-1 to 3-0. Paskovich takes a strike on the inside corner under the belt, 3-1. Ryan Harper over at third base in his 6th professional season as a manager. First with Salt Lake. After 5 at rookie league level. There's a pitch high, ball 4. And that's the 4th walk issued by Stultz as he's given out 1 free pass in each of the first 4 innings. To the top of the order, and Reggie Willits, who has walked and flied to right field. Well, the Bees trying to do what they did in the second inning and put across a run after there were 2 out and nobody on base, and it was a walk then that extended the inning to Myers. He then scored on the Paskovich double. Now with 2 out, nobody on base, Adam draws the walk, and now here's Reggie Willits. There goes Paskovich. He leaves too soon. The throw to first, now the throw back to second, and Paskovich is caught stealing. That'll be a 1-3-6 caught stealing as the Bees' adventure on the base paths continues, and it's not a happy adventure. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base after 4 complete. The Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
We go to the 5th, 3-1 in favor of the Bees. Oscar Robles, Deanna Navarro, and Edwin Bellerin due up. The 7, 8, 9 hitters in the Las Vegas batting order due up against right-hander Dustin Mosley. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Bees' defensive alignment. Adam Paskovich is in left field. Reggie Willits in center. Tommy Murphy in right. Mike Elward, Casey Smith, Howie Kendrick, and Corey Myers, the infield third to first. Mosley pitching, Buddy catching, swinging a one-hop smash, backhanded on a sliding shot by Myers, and puts Mosley in time for the out. Nicely done. Corey Myers, a sliding backhand stab going to his right. to get the hot two-hopper and then made the nice underhand lead toss to Mosley. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 5th. That'll bring up Deanna Navarro, who struck out swinging his first time up. So 1 out, nobody on base. The pitch. Low breaking ball, and it's an ease. A strike 0-1. Last inning, we had our Salt Lake look at this date in PCL history, brought to you by Med1 Medical. The 0-1 pitch outside the ball. 1-1 the count. Stop in for a free CPAP pressure check and free tubing. Med1 Medical, 10712 South 13th East in Sandy. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Now Mosley delivers. Navarro takes low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. In the final game of the season between the Bees and Las Vegas, they've played all 16 games now against the 51s, and they have yet to play Sacramento and Colorado Springs. Navarro swings, pops it up third base side, near the line. Mike Elward calling for it. In fair territory, has it. Staggers a bit at the end, but hangs on for the out. As he raced into foul territory initially, then that ball drifted back into fair territory, but he was able to stay with it and made the catch about 12 feet into fair territory. So 2 up, 2 down here in the Las Vegas 5th. That'll bring up Edwin Bellarine, who struck out swinging his first time up. Angels now just underway at San Francisco. First pitch on the way. Bellarine takes the curveball low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2 the right-handed batter. The pitch lined into left field, a base hit. Played on the second hop by Adam Pankovich, and so Bellarine's aboard with a 2-out single to left field. That'll bring up Jeff Duncan. The dangerous Jeff Duncan, who homered his last at-bat to put the 51s on the board. Now he comes to the plate representing the potential tying run. So runner at first base, 2 out. That's hit number 5 in the ball game for Las Vegas. So Duncan at the plate. Oh, to first base, and Bellarine is back. And the Bees have had ample opportunity to add to this lead, but there's a pitch, pop foul, slicing out of play down the left field side near the Las Vegas bullpen for strike 1. But they've had 2 runners thrown out at the plate. 2 runners picked off, and another runner trying to go to second base on the throw to the plate. 3-1 the score in favor of the Bees. A runner at first base, 2 out. Now Mosley ready. The 0-1. Backdoor curveball misses outside of the knees, and that evens the count at 1-1. Duncan, again, with some major league experience, 69 games for the Mets in 2003 and 2004. Hit 182 combined, 1 homer, 11 runs batted in. 1-1 delivery is a soft liner towards second, caught on the shoulder high backhand side by Howie Kendrick, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 runner was left on base. We're halfway through the scheduled 9-rounder. The score, the Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
If you hit it, you get a $25 victory penalty. If you don't hit it, well, you're not get it. Okay, so no pressure. Let's go back a little bit. That's right. Let's cheer on Dave. You got 3 chances. That's close. All right, we'll get you a little harder with the ball. We got that right. There you go. Here we go. Let's cheer on. Bigger ball, closer. How's that? Last shot for Katie. No points for hitting honey. All right, Katie, playing tonight. You already get the pair of tickets for an upcoming Salt Lake Bees game. All right? Let's give it a round of applause. Steve!
Let's join the Bees for Music Games at Franklin W.
When it's next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Well, it's Hall of Fame stuff. You know, you come, all those guys you saw in the All-Star game, you wonder what happened to them. You come to the Hall of Fame, there they are. It's a meeting place, a gathering place.
Relive your fondest memories of Lou Brock and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For information, visit baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL of Fame. Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. The Baseball Hall of Fame.
Bottom of the fifth now, 3-1 Bees. One strike to count on Reggie Willits. The top of the order due up here in the fifth for the Bees as Reggie takes low, ball one. 1-1 to count. Our fifth inning, middle of the game reset of the Las Vegas defensive alignment. John Weber, Jeff Duncan, and Delwyn Young in left, center, and right. We'll give you the infield after the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, slow tap toward short. Valdez charges, gloves, and throws to first to get Willits. One away here in the Salt Lake fifth. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who's 2 for 2. Doubled in a run and scored in the first. Single to right in the third. Las Vegas with Eric Riggs at third. Wilson Valdez at short. Oscar Robles at second. And James Loney at first. A battery of Eric Stoltz pitching and Deanna Navarro catching. The Angels have taken a 1-0 lead in the first. How about this? Sean Figgins walked, stole second, and scored all the way on the throwing error by the catcher Alfonso. Change-up strike on the inside corner of the bell, 0-1. The Angels will run without the benefit of a base hit. No balls, 1 strike to Smith. The pitch. Casey swings and misses at a breaking ball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the lefty Stoltz delivers. Swing, a little two-shot up the first baseline, hugging the line. It's going to stay fair, and it's gloved by Loney, who applies the tag. That ball spun into foul territory and then kicked back fair. And Casey is tagged out coming up the line. 2 up, 2 down here in the fifth. That'll bring up Tommy Murphy, who's 1 for 2. He singled to left his last time up, but was picked off at first base by the catcher Navarro. So 2 out, nobody on base here in the bottom of the fifth. Bees leading 3-1. They've out hit Las Vegas 7-5. So 2 outs and the base is empty for Murphy. Pitch on the way is high, ball 1. Murphy hit 2 home runs for the Bees before being called up to the Angels earlier this year. 1 from each side of the plate. Now the 1-0 to Murphy. He shows punt, lays it down, third base side and foul. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's trying to win their 8th straight. Las Vegas trying to avoid their 7th consecutive loss. 1-1 the count on Murphy. And an off day tomorrow before Sacramento comes in for 5 starting Wednesday. The 1-1 pitch to Murphy, low and inside, a ball, 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and one the count on Murphy as Stoltz deals. Change up over for a strike, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Murphy, feet spread wide apart, slightly open stance. Now Stoltz ready, the 2-2. Swung on and lost it in the air towards left center. Weber, the left fielder, over for it and makes the catch to retire the Sun. And for the first time in the ball game on either side, it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. We'll go to the 6th. The Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Sir, can you hear me?
Imagine you've just been in a traffic accident.
Sir, can you hear me?
And right now, the pressure of the steering wheel against your chest is preventing you from answering this question, while your smashed door is preventing the emergency crew from providing you with the help you're very much in need of.
Okay, sir, we're going to get some equipment in here and get you out of there just as quickly as possible. We need those over here right away.
Imagine the feeling of knowing this happened because you were driving dangerously, driving when you maybe shouldn't have, or allowing yourself to be distracted. Imagine hoping you'll wake up from this nightmare, but not being able to. Imagine the flashing lights and the smell of gasoline.
Sir, can you squeeze my hand?
Now, imagine why they're not bothering to ask these questions to anyone else who was in your car. Consider this a reminder. No one understands the importance of driving safely like someone who didn't. 0 fatalities. It's a goal we can all live with.
I got hurt in a car wreck, and I've got some questions. Is it normal if I hurt worse the day after the accident? Can I choose the doctor? Can I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I'm attorney Keith Barton, and I can help. These are the kinds of questions I answer every day.
Until I called Keith Barton, I had no idea how it really worked. I called and he got me $200,000. How's that for an answer?
If you've been in a car wreck and you're hurt, call me at area code 801. It's easy.
We go to the 6th inning. It's the Bees leading Las Vegas by a score of 3-1. Or the Bees leading Las Vegas 3-1 with Wilson Valdez, James Loney, and Delwyn Young due up to face right-hander Dustin Mosley. Valdez has flied to right and grounded to short. First pitch taking a strike on the outside corner to Bees. Time now for our 6th inning update of the Abra scoreboard. Now the 0-1 misses low and outside. The count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Wilson Valdez. Again, some daytime action in the PCL today. Albuquerque shuts out Iowa in Des Moines by a score of 3-0. The 1-1 to Valdez. Little tap back to the hill. Scooped up off the second bounce by Mosley, who fires a strike to first for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up James Loney, who has singled and fly to left field. Tucson with 2 runs in the 10th. A victory at Colorado Springs, 4-2. In the first of a doubleheader at Memphis. 4-3 Redbirds over Omaha. Second game, Memphis 1, the Royals nothing in the 4th. Now the line by Mosley and the pitch to Loney. Breaking ball low, ball 1. Round Rock 2, New Orleans nothing. The Express batting in the bottom of the 8th. Portland leads Fresno 2-0 in the 2nd. Termel Sledge with his 5th home run of the year. 1-0 pitch on the way is lofted towards right center. Murphy coming in and over for it, and the right fielder makes the catch up over his head for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Delwyn Young, who's grounded to second and struck out swinging. Tacoma and Sacramento scoreless with the River Cats batting in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Only 8 games on the major league schedule. Yankees fall again, this time at Philadelphia, 4-2. Randy Johnson takes the loss. He's now 8-6 on the year. First pitch to Young. Inside, a fastball, ball 1. Red Sox double up Washington 6-3. Manny Ramirez with his 18th home run of the year. Jose Vidro, Jose Guillen, homer for the Nats. Swinging a ground ball, foul outside the bag at first. 1-1 the count on Young. Bottom of the 7th at Cleveland. The Cubs leading the Indians 10-4. Former Buzzman Jock Jones with his 13th home run of the year for the Cubs. Henry Blanco and Phil Nevin also empty. Cleveland's had home runs for Eduardo Perez, Travis Hafner, and Johnny Peralta. The 1-1 to Young. just inside at the belt. 2-1 the count. Cincinnati a winner at New York over the Mets 4-2 as Bronson Arroyo goes to 9-3. Ken Griffey Jr. with his 12th home run of the year. Now the 2-1 pitch to Young. Two-shot foul off the end of his bat up the third base side, and the count's even at 2-2. Bottom of the 8th at Milwaukee. The Tigers with a 3-run top of the 8th now lead the Brewers 3-1. Milwaukee had taken the lead in the bottom of the 7th on a home run by Prince Fielder. Bottom of the 6th in Denver. Colorado leads Oakland 2-0. Matt Holliday with his 15th home run of the year. In 11 innings at Pittsburgh, the Diamondbacks beat the Pirates 5-4. And the Angels lead the Giants 1-0 in the first. Here it's 3-1 Bees in the top half of the 6th inning. Nobody on, 2 out for the 51s. And the Bees have run themselves out of several runs. Some good throws from the outfield to Las Vegas. 2-2 pitches, high ball 3. 3-2 the count. One from the left fielder, Weber. One from the right fielder, Young. 2 runners picked off on base. Another one thrown out trying to go to second base. 3-2 payoff. Swung on and lifted into right field. Tommy Murphy back, but he has plenty of room. He tamped underneath it, and he gloves it for the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down go the 51s. That's a Keith Barton and Associates. 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Bees 3, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hi, is this the Federal Reserve? How you doing? Good. I'm fine, thanks. Listen, maybe you can help me. You're the guys who control the interest rates, right? Good. I was wondering if you could just not touch the interest rates until I sell my home. Well, yeah, I understand that, but no, I just need you to not touch the interest rate until I sell my home, that's all. Just, don't raise it. Just, keep it stable. Well, is there someone there who can help me? Yeah, I'll hold. Thanks.
Okay, so you can't control the Fed, but call a Coldwell Banker residential brokerage agent, and you'll have qualified buyers from all over the world looking at your home, no matter what the interest rate is. That's because Coldwell Banker agents are not only local experts, they're also part of a national and international referral network of professional agents. So there will be thousands of Coldwell Banker agents all over the world working to find you the right buyer at the right price.
Yeah, hello? Yeah, I'm still on hold. Sure, I'll stay here. Thanks.
Call a Coldwell Banker professional in your neighborhood or visit UtahHomes.com. Coldwell Banker Residential Brokerage is owned and operated by NRT Incorporated.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now get a family pass to see the Bees this season for an incredible $199. That's only $276 per game for your entire immediate family. Call 325-BASE to get your family pass. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Salt Lake City. Steve Klauke with you as those light showers around the state have avoided the ballpark as the Bees lead it by a score of 3-1. Howie Kendrick, Jeff Mathis, and Mike Elward to face Eric Stoltz, who is on the ropes early, but again with some strong throws from the outfield and some other shaky base running. The Bees only with a 2-run lead, and Stoltz has settled into a little bit of a rhythm here. Howie Kendrick singled to left in the first and popped up to the first baseman Loney in the 3rd inning. Now the first pitch to Howie Kendrick, a curveball outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count. Now the pitch from Stoltz, low and inside to the right-hand batter, ball 2. 2-0 the count on Howie. We mentioned Stephen Shell, the TCL pitcher of the week for this past week, Monday through Sunday. The 2-0 pitch. Kendrick tries to check his swing on a breaking ball, but can't. The count's 2-1. The batter of the week, Luke Scott of Round Rock, hitting .464 with 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. Thought maybe it would go to Curtis Pride. Swing and a miss to the pitch down and in, 2-2. All he did last week was hit .625. With 1 homer and 7 runs batted in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, but I guess the decision maker looked at the power numbers. The pitch. Curve ball into the dirt, ball 3. Fills the count on Kendrick at 3-2. These with a 2-run first, a 1-run second. Las Vegas getting their run in the third. He's on the lookout now for that Geico Insurance run. 3-2 pitches, tap foul on an off-speed pitch. Up the third base side, and it's 3-2. First time the Bees score a run to add to a lead after the 5th inning. It's the Geico Insurance run, and Geico Insurance will donate $25 to the Air Force Fund. 3-2 to Kendrick. Swung on, ground ball toward short. Valdez to his left has it. Throws to first in time for the out. 1 away. That'll bring up Jeff Mathis, who has singled in a run and walked today. Check your yellow pages to call your local Geico office today. So far this season, there have been 31 Geico Insurance runs, making the total donation so far $775. Oh, 1 out, base is empty for the Bees here in the 6th inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Eric Stoltz ready. The pitch. Swung on, grounded, 2 hops, fell high, second bounce for Oscar Robles at second. And the throw to first in plenty of time for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Mike Elward, 1 for 2. Single left his last time up, but Casey Smith was thrown out at the plate by the left fielder, John Weber, to end the inning. So 2 out, nobody on base here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Not much of a breeze anymore. Old Laurie hanging limp on the flagpole out in left field. Stoltz ready. The first pitch to Elward. Strike. Breaking ball in the outside corner, just under the belt, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Fastball outside at the knees, 1-1 the count on Elward. Stoltz so far has allowed 7 hits, 3 runs. He has struck out 2 and walked 4. The 1-1 to Elward, smash toward third, off the glove of Riggs, trying to make the backhanded play, and it trickles out in the left field. Elward will take the turn at first and hold. A hot shot off the bat of Elward. Riggs trying to backhand that ball, but it went off the heel of his glove and slowly trickled out in the left field. So Elward at first, 2 outs for Ryan Buddy, who's lined to short and fly to left field, sending John Weber back onto the track, his last time up. So 2 outs, a runner at first base, and Ryan Buddy at the plate. That's going to be an E5 on Eric Riggs. First error of the night for either side. First pitch to Buddy, up a little high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now Stoltz from the stretch. The pitch. Strike, get it to knees, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Buddy, a 12th round pick in 2001 out of Oklahoma State. Doesn't like this year's schedule. The team doesn't go down to his hometown of Oklahoma City. 1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball low, 2-1 the count. His dad, the stadium manager, director of stadium operations, I believe is his title, at the AT&T Bricktown Ballpark. 2-1 to Buddy. Fastball strike on the inside corner to knees, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fresno with a pair in the second. They've tied the Beavers in Portland 2-2. And the Bees with a 6-game lead tonight, for all intents and purposes, marks the halfway point in the season schedule. 2-2 pitch, rip foul outside of third. Still 2-2. The Bees actually 1 game short of being halfway through their season because of a rainout that hasn't been made up against Portland. But actual date, this marks the halfway point of the season. The Bees still have 4 games left with Tacoma in their division, 8 games left with Portland, and their full 16-game slate against Colorado Springs. 2-2 the count on Buddy. The pitch. Line foul, slicing into the upper deck, first base side. As activity's underway now in the Las Vegas bullpen. As a right-hander gets up, Lance Carter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mike Elward over at first. 2 down. The pitch. Buddy swings and lines one into right field. That's going to land for a base hit. Elward takes the turn at second, and he'll advance to third. As the throw comes into second, Ryan Buddy with his first hit of the night. And the Bees have runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Number 33, Corey Myers.
That'll bring up Corey Myers, who has walked and flied to center field. Giants have come back with 2 in the bottom of the first and are still batting against Kelvin Escobar. San Francisco 2 and the Angels 1. So now it'll take another 2-out base hit to produce a run as the Bees lead it 3-1. Runner at third, Elward. Buddy at first. Corey Myers at the plate. Stoltz pitch. Popped up foul to the right of home plate. That's going to make its way out of play and into the upper deck. Good catch by the fan over there. Now tosses the ball to a youngster. 0-1 the count on Corey Myers. Elward at third. Buddy at first. 2 out. Stoltz ready. The pitch. Up high. A ball. 1-1 the count. Good gathering. Don't have an attendance figure as of yet. Make plans to be here Wednesday through Sunday as time is called, and the pitching coach, Ken Howell, makes his way out to the mound to talk things over with Stoltz, as well as buy some time for Lance Carter down in the Las Vegas bullpen. Again, 7 o'clock starts Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Wednesday, don't forget to bring your appetite. It's Wiener Schnitzel Dollar Hot Dog Night. Thirsty Thursday on Thursday, which obviously makes sense to have a Thirsty Thursday on Thursday. Then games Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Next week, when the Bees are on the road, don't forget Wednesday to go to the Delta Center for the NBA Draft. Jazz with the 14th pick in the draft. I believe it's the first 1,500. Get a free hot dog and Coke and your chance to win prizes that night as well. So make plans to watch the Jazz make the 14th pick in the NBA Draft next Wednesday, the 28th at the Delta Center. 1-1 to Myers. Strike, and at the knees, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The infield back, the outfield around towards left. 1-2 on Myers. Stoltz ready. The pitch. Her ball low and away for the right-handed hitter, and the count's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corey Myers needing to come up with a 2-out base hit here. His first at bat in the Salt Lake uniform was a pinch hit RBI single in Las Vegas. Now the 2-2 pitch from Stoltz. Ripped towards left, the base hit. In from third, Elward scores. Buddy stops at second base. Corey Myers comes through with an RBI single, and the Bees lead it 4-1. So the Bees take advantage of that 2-out error that extended the inning and get an unearned run out of it, and they regain their 3-run lead, and that's your Geico Insurance run of the game. And that's going to be all for Eric Stoltz. Lance Carter is going to come on to pitch. We'll tell you all about him after this. 1-minute timeout for a pitching change on ESPN 1230.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
Strike 3. A no-hitter, a perfect game for Don Larson. Yogi Berra runs out there. He leaps on Larson. Larson, and he's swarmed by his teammates. Listen to this crowd roar.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now students can get a pass to all 72 Bees games this summer for the incredible price of just $25. That's only 35 cents a game. Call 325-BASE to get your student pass today. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Right-hander Lance Carter on the pitch now for Las Vegas, making his 18th appearance for the 51s. In 19 innings, he's given up just 13 hits, only 2 runs, both of them earned. He has struck out 20 and walked 4. No-hit batters or wild pitches. 1 home run allowed. Carter 1-1 with a 0.95 earned run average. The PCL batting an even 200 against Carter. Bees have not scored a run in 4 innings against Carter. Allowing 2 hits, he has struck out 4 and walked 2. He picked up a save here on May 3rd, and the only win for Las Vegas so far this year here in Salt Lake City. So Carter the pitcher, Pavkovich the batter. Pavkovich on the season, 0 for 1 against Carter. Runners at first and second base. 2 out, a run in. The Bees leading 4-1. The pitch to Pavkovich, a breaking ball in for a strike. 0-1. Carter, 8 appearances earlier this year for the Dodgers, going 0-1 with an earned run average over 7. Can't close the books on Stoltzline. He's responsible for the 2 men on base. However, if they score, they'd be unearned. The 0-1 pitch to Pavkovich. Breaking ball, strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-2. Carter, 6'1", 190, out of Bradenton, Florida. Veteran 31-year-old right-hander who was with Durham and Tampa Bay last year. Durham, the Devil Rays AAA affiliate. Now the 2-strike pitch to Pavkovich. Swung on and fouled. First base side, out of play. Carter last year 1-2 with 1 save for Tampa Bay. 1-5. No saves for the Bulls. Buddy at second, Myers at first. 2 out, a run in. The Bees leading 4-1. All this has happened after 2 out and nobody on. The pitch, Pavkovich takes strike 3 called at the knees. So Carter catches Pavkovich looking, and that retires the side. 1 unearned run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. As we go to the 7th, it's now the Bees 4, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Next. Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, anyone ever tell you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and serene tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Well, it's Hall of Fame stuff. You know, you come, all those guys you saw in the All-Star game, you wonder what happened to them. You come to the Hall of Fame, there they are. It's a meeting place, a gathering place.
Relive your fondest memories of Lou Brock and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For information, visit baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME. Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. The Baseball Hall of Fame.
All right, we go to the 7th inning. Bees 4, Las Vegas 1. Eric Riggs, John Weber, and Oscar Robles, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, 2 up in the Las Vegas order to face right-hander Dustin Mosley. Eric Riggs, 2 for 2, single to center in the second, got a bad hop base hit on a ground ball that Corey Myers was getting ready to field in the 4th inning. So Riggs 2 for 2, hitting better than .500 against the Bees on the season and in this series. First pitch to Riggs, outside, ball one. It's time now for the Zions Bank 7th inning game summary. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Bees. 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error for Las Vegas. The 1-0 pitch to Riggs. Low, ball 2. 2-0 the count. The Bees have left 5 runners on base, while the 51s have stranded 3. 2-0 the count on Riggs as Mosley deals. Fastball strike in the outside corner, just under the belt, 2-1. Bees with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and an unearned run in the 6th. Las Vegas' lone run in the 3rd on a solo homer by Jeff Duncan. The 2-1 fastball, belt high on the outside corner for a strike, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Riggs. Casey Smith an RBI double, as has Adam Pavkovich, Corey Myers, and Jeff Mathis each with a run-scoring single. The 2-2 to Riggs, tap to the right side. Kendrick picks it up off the 6th hop and throws to first for the out. Riggs is finally retired, and there's 1 away here in the 7th. That'll bring up John Weber, who's 0 for 2. Fly to left and foul to the catcher, Buddy. The 7th inning game summary brought to you by Zions Bank. At Zions Bank, they haven't forgotten who keeps them in business. So 1 out, nobody on base. Here in the 7th inning. The pitch. Line shot, backhanded by Kendrick off his shoe, tops for the out. He throws to first for good measure, but the first base umpire, Joe Stegner, said he caught it on the fly. So 2 up, 2 down in the 7th. That'll bring up Oscar Robles. Robles 0 for 2, grounded into a 3-6-3 inning-ending double play in the 2nd, and bounced out to Myers again in the 1st, rather in the 5th inning. Dustin Mosley, unofficially 72 pitches in the game. Number 73 is in for a strike, 0-1. Now he's kept his pitch count at a very manageable level. The pitch swung out and fouled up over the roof to our left and out of play, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes the count. The outfield shaded towards left as Mosley deals. Line to the center field, a base hit. Looked like an off-speed pitch that hung up there, and Robles able to punch it into center field. Hit number 6 in the ball game for Las Vegas. That'll bring up Deanna Navarro, who struck out and popped up in 2 plate appearances. Navarro once in the Diamondbacks organization and originally drafted by the Yankees or signed as an undrafted free agent by New York. He was a part of that 3-team deal that involved Sean Green going from the Dodgers to the Diamondbacks. Nickname of Little Pudge after Ivan Rodriguez. First pitch to Navarro. Breaking ball inside at the knees, ball 1. After spending half the year with Las Vegas last season, he played in 50 of the Dodgers' last 60 games last year. Batted .273. Toss to first, a little high, but Myers pulls it in. One and 0 the count. Throw to first base, and Robles is back. Robles 0 for 1 in the stolen base department this year. Now Mosley sets the 1-0. Curveball strike on the inside corner above the knees. 1-1 to the left-handed batter. Navarro last year, 8 for 35, a .229 average against Salt Lake. One of his 8 hits was a home run. 1 ball, 1 strike to Navarro. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. And Mosley earlier missed a couple of starts with a slight strain in the rib cage, but feels good right now as the 1-2 pitch comes home to Navarro. Fastball just outside of the belt, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Detroit beat Milwaukee 3-1 with a 3-run rally in the 8th off of former Stingers pitcher Matt Wise, who drops to 4-4. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Navarro. Robles the lead at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 runner left on base. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by America First Credit Union. For any financial needs, come to America First Credit Union where members come first. The score after 6.5, the Bees 4, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. A combined over 60 million records sold and 35 #1 singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster, charge by phone, or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large Sizzlin' Fajita Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 Sizzlin' Days of Summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. He's leading 4-1. It'll be Reggie Willits, Casey Smith, and Tommy Murphy due up to face right-hander Lance Carter. Willits 0 for 2 with a walk. A walk extending his home game on day streak to 30 straight home games, the longest such streak in the league this year. Since then, he's flied to right and grounded to short. First pitch from Carter. Outside at the knees, ball 1. The final line on Stultz, 5 2/3 innings. 9 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. He walked 4, struck out 2, and threw 1 wild pitch. Now Carter, the 1-0. Willett swings and lines 1 to third. Caught by Riggs. About fill the cap high for out number 1. Ball was hit on a line, not all that high, but Riggs still playing in. Had to make a quick reaction to make that catch. So a good play by Riggs at third, and that'll bring up Casey Smith. 2 for 3 with an RBI double in the first inning, and a run scored. Last time up, he hit a little dribbler up the first baseline that started out foul. Then it went fair, and he was eventually tagged out by Loney at first base. Pitch to Casey. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Carter has been lights out against the Bees this year. Well, he really has been against the entire PCL so far. With an ERA under 1. Now Carter ready, the 0-1 pitch. Striking at the knees, 0-2 against the Bees. He's now at 4 2/3 innings. No runs, 2 hits. 1 save. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Casey with Tommy Murphy due next. The pitch. Outside a ball, 1-2 the count. Bees leading 4-1. 2 of their runs, the run in the second inning and the run in the 6th, both came after there were 2 outs and nobody out in the inning. A walk extending the second, setting the table, and an error turning the trick in the 6th. Now the 1-2 to Smith. Casey swings and he pops it up into shallow right center field. Delwyn Young playing that way in about 3 more steps and makes the catch for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Tommy Murphy, who's 1 for 3. Single to left, back in the 3rd inning. In the Las Vegas 8th, they'll have Bellarine, Duncan, and Valdez. The 9 1-2 hitters due up. He's leading 4-1 here in the 7th. Trying to complete their first series sweep of the season. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Overall, this is the 18th 18th series for the Bees this year. The 1-0 to Murphy. Swing and a miss, 1-1. They've won 10, lost 3, and split 5, 7-0-2 here at Franklin Covey Field, 3-3-3 on the road. 1 ball, 1 strike on Murphy. The pitch. Broken bat liner, base hit down the right field line. Murphy's going to take the turn at first and go to second base. Young up with the ball. His throw to second base. The slide not in time. It'll be a double for Murphy, his 8th of the year, and the Bees once again after 2 out trying to get something going. The barrel of the bat handed out in right field. So here's Howie Kendrick with a chance to extend the Bees' lead by another run to the base hit here. He's 1 for 3. Single to left in the first, popped to first in the third, grounded out to short in the 6th. Dropping his batting average below the 400 mark at this point at 398. That is the 10th hit of the ball game for the Bees. Now Carter ready, and the pitch to Kendrick. Strike, and it's an ease, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Murphy out at second base. Now the 0-1. Little flare to left field. Valdez out. Weber in. Weber coming on. Makes the Bill of the Cap high catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. As we head to the 8th, it's the Bees 4, Las Vegas 1 on ESPN 1230.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
We go to the 8th inning, 4-1 Bees. Edwin Bellarine, Jeff Duncan, and Wilson Valdez due up. Dustin Mosley, 80 pitches through 7 innings, leading in the ball game by a score of 4-1. Bellarine 1 for 2, single left field, his first time up. Don't forget, if you're between the ages of 8 and 13, you can help me broadcast the action from the press box as the Great Clips Junior broadcaster for a game. Enter to win at any Wasatch Front Great Clips location. Relax. It's Great Clips as the right-hander gets up in the Las Vegas bullpen. Bellarine to lead things off here in the 8th, and the first pitch is in at the knees. A strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Al Mosley working quickly. The 0-1 is crushed to right center field. Murphy going back. It's up there, it's out there, and it is gone. Onto the berm in right center field. Edwin Bellarine with his 4th home run of the year. And now it's the Bees 4 and Las Vegas 2. Second home run of the night for Las Vegas. Both with the bases empty, however. And that'll bring up Jeff Duncan, who has the other home run, back in the 3rd inning. So now it's a 4-2 ball game. And Duncan at the plate. Now Mosley ready, the pitch. Breaking ball low, ball one. Reds beat the Mets 4-2 on a complete game by Bronson Arroyo. Ken Griffey Jr. homered, his 12th of the year. Ties him with Mike Schmidt for 11th on the all-time home run list with 548. The 1-0 pitch to Duncan. Fastball outside at the knees, ball two. 2-0 the count. For Las Vegas, Francelis Osorio throwing in the bullpen. Now the 2-0. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Dustin Mosley giving up a pair of solo homers. That's now 9 he's given up on the year, which is high on the Salt Lake staff. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball low, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Now the right-hander ready. The 3-1 to Duncan. Fastball high, he walked him, and now Wilson Valdez strolls to the plate as the potential tying run with the runner at first and nobody out. That'll bring a stirring of activity to the Salt Lake bullpen. By the way, that home run for Griffey now gives the father-son combination of Ken Sr. and Jr. to 700 home runs. So lefty now up in the Salt Lake bullpen. Jonathan Rauenhorst as the meat of the order around the bend here for Las Vegas in a 4-2 ball game. A runner at first, nobody out. The pitch. Valdez takes low, ball 1. And now Mosley starting to struggle with the strike zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Elward even with a bag at third. The middle infielders a double play depth as the 1-0 comes home. Fastball up and in. Valdez almost stepped into it, but leaned out of the way just in time. 2 balls, no strikes. So trouble brewing here in the 8th. Bellarine gets it started with a solo home run on a 1-strike pitch. Now the 2-0 pitch to Valdez. Swung on, chopped up the middle near the bag at second. Kendrick has it, flips to Smith for 1. Over to first. No, not in time. He beat it out. A bang-bang play at first. That ball took too high of a hop to try to turn 2. Kendrick has been able to get up on it just a little bit, maybe make the play himself at second base without having to shovel it to Smith. They might have gotten to, but where that ended up, he had no choice but to lay back on it. And so the fielder's choice erases Duncan 4-6. 1 out. Valdez at first for James Loney. Or rather 1 for 3. Loney flied to right field his last time up. Now Mosley ready. The right-hander sets. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Valdez at first, a threat to go. He has 13 steals. He's been thrown out 8 times. 1 ball, no strikes. Delwyn Young, the right fielder, due next. Valdez, the lead at first. Mosley ready, the 1-0. Just missed a little low, I guess. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. These may have caught a break. Valdez, after a walk to Duncan, swings at the 2-0 and bounces into a force out. Just then Mosley's misplaced against Loney. Now Mosley ready. The 2-0. Valdez takes off. Ground ball, right field, base hit. Valdez takes the turn at second and advances to third. And now runners at the corners and only 1 out for Delwyn Young. Loney with his second hit of the ball game. And here's Young, who is grounded out, struck out, and flied out. Now the potential tying runs are on base. And Young, the leading home run hitter on this Las Vegas team with 8, is at the plate representing the go-ahead run. Now Las Vegas, several of their wins against the Bees have been come from behind in the late innings. Valdez at third, Loney at first. Now Mosley ready. The pitch to Young. Tap towards short. Smith charges. Glove slips to Kendrick for one. Back to first. Not in time. A run scores, and it's now a 4-3 ball game. Another close play at first. Brian Harper popped up to the top step of the dugout thinking that one should have been ruled out. But instead it's a fielder's choice and a run batted in. And now Las Vegas is within a run at 4-3. Again, a tough play to turn two on. It was a high chopper that Casey Smith actually had the field in front of second base and flipped behind him to Howie Kendrick. So now it's a one-run game. The tying run at first, 2 out for Eric Riggs, who's really been a thorn in the B's side. He's 2 for 3 in this game. Mosley's pitch. It'll tap up the third base side. Mosley, the bare hand pickup and throw. Got him at first for the out to retire the side. But the 51 pulled to within a run as they scored twice on 2 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on the base paths. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, it's now the Bees 4, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
I got hurt in a car wreck, and I've got some questions. Is it normal if I hurt worse the day after the accident? Can I choose the doctor? Can I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I'm attorney Keith Barton, and I can help. These are the kinds of questions I answer every day.
Until I called Keith Barton, I had no idea how it really worked. I called and he got me $200,000. How's that for an answer?
If you've been in a car wreck and you're hurt, call me at area code 801. It's easy.
Paulie Colosimo here. Yo, along with Joey as always. So, Paulie, tell the folks why we're so excited for spring to get here.
That's easy. So we can sunbathe in our Speedos, right?
Well, I do enjoy that. And with the packs we have, the ladies enjoy it too. But that's not what I had in mind.
Oh, well, you must be talking about grilling some of our Magnifico Colosimo sausages then.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Paulie.
Bada bing.
When most people think about grilling, they think about chicken or steaks. But those are wimp meat.
Yeah, if you want something with real taste and real kick, you gotta go with authentic Colosimo sausages on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
Some nice thick broth, a mild Italian or Tuscan. Just thinking about it makes me saliva ache.
Yeah, some hot Italian, which kind of reminds me of us in our Speedo.
A couple of hot Italians. You got that right, Joey.
Colosimo sausage. The sausage people. Now available at Dan's, Macy's, and Smith's.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. So Francelis Osorio now comes on to pitch here for the 51s as the Bees have had their lead cut. That unearned run in the 6th inning now, the difference in the ball game. For Osorio, his 15th appearance for Las Vegas in 17 innings. He's given up 23 hits, 10 runs, 8 of them earned. He has struck out 5 and walked 5. First pitch to Jeff Mathis on the way. Fastball high, ball 1. Osorio 0-1 with 1 save and 3 opportunities with a 4.24 earned run average. PCL batting .324 against Osorio. Making his 3rd appearance against the Bees. The 1-0 pitch to Mathis. Swung on, 2-hopper right at the second baseman Robles, who throws to first for the out, 1 away. Lance Carter goes an inning and a third, gives up 1 hit, no runs, struck out 1, did not walk a batter. Here's Mike Elward, who reached on that error and led to the unearned run that I mentioned was the difference in the ball game. As we look ahead to the 9th, Las Vegas will have Weber, Robles, and Navarro, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, due up. The first pitch to Elward. Inside, almost hit him as he just spins out of the way. Ball 1. Nathan Bland now throwing in the Bees bullpen. The 1-0, Elward taps it foul at the third base side, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to count on Elward, who's 1 for 3 on the game. Angels still trailing San Francisco 2-1 in the 4th. The 1-1 pitch. Elward lines one foul, slicing out of play deep down the right field line. The count's 1-2. Osorio took the loss on May 27th in Las Vegas, giving up 3 runs on 2 hits with 2 hit batters without recording an out. Here on the 16th, he gave up 2 unearned runs on 3 hits in 2 innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count on Elwood. Now Osoria's pitch. Swung on, chopped up the middle, past second base and into center field, a base hit. So Mike Elwood has his second knock of the night, and that is hit number 11 for the Bees. So 1 on, 1 out, as they would like to pick up an insurance run or 2. Leading by only a run here in the 8th. Now here's Ryan Buddy, who's 1 for 3. Single to right his last time up. So Buddy at the plate. Elwood at first base. 1 out. Osorio ready, and the pitch to Ryan. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Infield double play, depth. The outfield playing Buddy to pull towards right, or towards left, excuse me. The 0-1. Swing and a miss to the fastball, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Corey Myers, who's 1 for 2, is on deck. He's trying to add their 1-run lead. Now Osorio sets the 2-strike pitch to Buddy. Swing and a roller foul up the third base side, 0-2. In case you just joined us, Nick Gorneau is out for several weeks after suffering a fractured patella in his left leg, fouling a ball off that leg in yesterday's game. Oh, 2, the count on Buddy. Now Osorio ready. The pitch. Low and outside. Backhanded by Navarro, and the count's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Corey Myers, as we mentioned, due next. 4-3 Bees. They've out-hit Las Vegas 11-8. Now the 1-2 pitch to Buddy. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Osorio. The 4th for Las Vegas pitching in the ball game. 2 outs, and the batter will be Corey Myers. Myers has walked and scored in the 2nd, flied to deep center in the 4th, and singled in a run in the 6th. So runner at first, 2 outs now. Osoria's pitch to Myers. Swung on and lifted in the air towards center. Duncan drifting back now, slows down, waits and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We go to the 9th. It's the Bees 4, Las Vegas 3 on ESPN 1230.
Hi, Paul Hartman here. You know, if I were to hire somebody for my business, I would want to see their resume. That's why I think it's only fair to give you our resume right now. We have 20 years servicing the Wasatch area. Family owned and operated. Winner of last year's top technician training program. Always staffed 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we specialize in finding you the best solution for your comfort with energy savings. With over 71% repeat and customer referral rate, we know we're doing our job right. So, when you're in need, call Hartman Heating and Air, 264-8300. Serving the heart of your home and business.
I got hurt in a car wreck, and I've got some questions. Is it normal if I hurt worse the day after the accident? Can I choose the doctor? Can I settle my case without going to court? Shouldn't I just trust the insurance company to give me what's fair?
I'm attorney Keith Barton, and I can help. These are the kinds of questions I answer every day.
Until I called Keith Barton, I had no idea how it really worked. I called and he got me $200,000. How's that for an answer?
If you've been in a car wreck and you're hurt, call me at area code 801. It's easy.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That I might have been given a bad break, but I've got an awful lot to live for.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now get a family pass to see the Bees this season for an incredible $199. That's only $276 per game for your entire immediate family. Call 325-BASE to get your family pass. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Well, we go to the ninth inning. Dustin Mosley, who has thrown 95 pitches, will start the ninth inning. Trying for his second complete game of the season. He went the full 9 innings against Tacoma on May the 7th. Leading 4-3 after the 51s plated a pair last frame. John Weber to lead it off. He's 0 for 3. Lined out to the second baseman, Howie Kendrick, his last time up. The Bees with Patkovich, Willits, and Murphy in left, center, and right. Elwood, Smith, Kendrick, and Myers, the infield third to first. The battery of Mosley pitching and Buddy catching. First pitch waved out and missed. Strike one. 0-1, the count on the left-hand batting, John Weber. Oscar Robles, a left-handed batter, and Deano Navarro, a switch hitter to follow. 0-1, the count. Again, Bland throwing in the Bees bullpen just in case. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, two-hopper to first, takes a bad hop at Corey Myers, recovers and wins the race to the bag for the out. The first two bounces were belled high. The last one, though, stayed low, but Corey able to adjust and make the play, one away here in the ninth. Brings up Oscar Robles. As Mosley hung a curveball, it looked like, in the 7th inning with an 0-2 pitch, and Robles punched it into the center field for a base hit. So one out, nobody on here in the ninth for Las Vegas. 4-3 Bees here in the ninth. Elwood even with the bag at third. Mosley winds and the first pitch. Robles runs up in the batter's box and takes low, ball one. 1-0 the count. The outfield playing him towards left. Mosley ready, the 1-0. Strike on the inside corner at the knees, 1-1 again. Robles moving up in the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike to the left-hand hitter. Now Mosley kicks the 1-1. Low, ball 2. 2-1 the count on Robles. That was the 100th pitch for Dustin Mosley in the game. Unofficially, the 2-1 pitch. Change up just a little bit high, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Deano Navarro, 2 next. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Mosley into his motion for the 3-1 pitch. Down the middle is strike 3-2. Full count. Bland ready when needed, standing out on the bullpen mound along the right field line. The 3-2 payoff pitch. Grounded towards short, gobbled up by Casey Smith. The step on the throw to first, untargeted in time for out number 2. 2 away. Here's Deano Navarro, who's 0 for 3, is struck out twice. So 2 out and nobody on. Mosley goes to the rosin bag before climbing back up on top of the hill. The outfield straight away, the infield back. Myers guarding the line at first base. Not quite on top of the line. The pitch. Navarro takes the fastball, strike on the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Now Mosley's pitch. Little looper towards short. Smith comes in, makes the belt high catch, and the game is over. Justin Mosley finishes it off himself with a Keith Barton and Associates 1-2-3 inning. It's just that easy. Justin Mosley with his second 9-inning complete game of the 2006 season, and the Bees have now won 8 in a row. No runs in the ninth, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. Handshakes and high fives all around with the final score. The Salt Lake Bees 4 and the Las Vegas 51s 3. We'll be back with the 10th inning show coming up on ESPN 1230.
The game is over, and the fans are headed home. Stay tuned. The 10th inning show is coming up next. You've been listening to Salt Lake Bees Baseball on your home for the Salt Lake Bees. ESPN 1230 AM.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
Next.
Hi, I'd like 3 pounds of fresh salmon, and can you cut me a couple of T-bone steaks about 2 inches thick?
Yes, ma'am. Say, anyone ever tell you you look like Patricia Heaton?
Oh, thank you. She's gorgeous.
Yeah. Hey, can we marinate your steaks while you shop and suggest a recipe for the salmon?
Ooh, you had me at marinade. Thanks.
Oh, now I know who you are.
Hi, I'm...
the driver of my kid's school bus.
That's me.
Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Oh, hi, Miss Heaton. Need help selecting produce?
Do you have any good cooking ideas for mushrooms and tomatoes?
How about pan-seared portobellos and roasted romas?
That sounds good.
Of course, you could saute shiitakes and terrine tomatoes, or braise the buttons and bake some beefsteak.
No more calls. We have a winner. You know your stuff.
I try. We do carry over 300 different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
You've been very helpful. How are you with auditions?
For quality and selection, Albertsons, helping make your life easier.
Strike three. A no-hitter, a perfect game for John Larson. Yogi Berra runs out there. He leaps on Larson, and he's swarmed by his teammates. Listen to this crowd roar.
Classic baseball is back. The Salt Lake Bees. Now students can get a pass to all 72 Bees games this summer for the incredible price of just $25. That's only 35 cents a game. Call 325-BASE to get your student pass today. The Salt Lake Bees. Classic baseball is back.
Fajita! Introducing Papa John's new sizzling fajita pizza with onions and peppers, a new Southwestern pizza sauce. Choose marinated steak or grilled chicken for only $11.99. A large sizzling fajita pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online at papajohns.com. Play 100 sizzling days of summer at papajohns.com for a chance to win a Chrysler Crossfire. See store or website for details. Limited delivery area charges may apply.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Welcome to the 10th Inning Show, a complete recap of today's game, as well as a look at other games around the major leagues and the Pacific Coast League. Once again, let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Salt Lake Bees, Steve Klauke.
And welcome back once again to Franklin Covey Field. The Bees winners tonight over the Las Vegas 51s 4-3. The final totals in the ball game for the Bees: 4 runs on 11 hits. No errors, and they left 7 runners on base. For Las Vegas, 3 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and they left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher, Dustin Mosley, now 7-3. The losing pitcher, Eric Stoltz, now 5-7. Time of the game, 2 hours, 20 minutes, 6,610. The paid attendance here tonight as Dustin Mosley goes the distance for his second complete game of the year, both of them 9-inning complete games. He gives up 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned, struck out 5 and walked 1, gave up a couple of home runs, but nobody was on base for either one of those, and he got just enough offensive support for the victory. Again, Mosley now 7-3. The Bees scoring 3 runs in the first 2 innings, maybe have run themselves out of several other runs on the board, but they're able to hang on. Actually, an unearned run in the 6th inning. Our Geico Insurance run of the game turned out to be the difference. Corey Myers, RBI single. Casey Smith, Tommy Murphy, Mike Elward, each with 2 hits for the Bees, who now move to 42-29, while the 51s drop to 37-35. For Salt Lake, their 8th consecutive win, their longest winning streak of the year. And for Las Vegas, they have now lost 7 in a row, their longest losing streak of the season. By sweeping the series, the Bees' first sweep of the season, they win the season series over Las Vegas 9-7. Time now for our Mountains West Ranches defensive play of the game, and we'll take you back to the 2nd inning when left field was a difficult Sun field with John Weber at the plate. The pitch. Line drive, left field, Pavkovich in, fighting the Sun. On his knees, backhands the ball for the out. I'll tell you what, it's tough enough for an experienced outfielder, but Adam had never played the outfield until this year. Had to fight the Sun all the way, got down on his knees, and backhanded the ball. And that could very well be our Mountains West Ranch's defensive play of the game. And that's indeed the case, as Pavkovich again battling the Sun, able to make the backhanded grab. And Mountains West Ranches, located between Moon Lake, Starvation, and Strawberry Reservoirs, Mountains West Ranches Recreational Properties offers great parcels of land at reasonable pricing. Mountains West Ranches, where the air is clean, the skies are blue, the water is clear, and the magnificent views are waiting for you. Call 1-877-894-5658 or check out www.mwranches.com. Keys win it tonight by a score of 4-3. We'll check the other scores in the PCL as well as Major League Baseball on our Abra scoreboard. Coming up next here on ESPN 1230.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
Hershey's presents the Soul to Soul 2 Tour, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. It's been 6 long years. Now the wait is over. By overwhelming demand, a second show added. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill in the round. It combines over 60 million records sold and 35 number one singles. Electrifying performances by Tim and Faith in the concert event of the year. 2 superstars, 1 stage. A night you'll never forget. Tickets are on sale now at the Delta Center box office, Ticketmaster. Charge by phone or get them at Ticketmaster.com. Saturday night, August 5th at Delta Center. Don't miss Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. Presented by Hershey. Produced by AEG Live and Outback Concerts.
Cache Valley Electric is a proud sponsor of the Salt Lake Bees. Cache Valley Electric has provided clients with the best in electrical construction since 1915. A premier electrical contractor with the ability to provide heavy industrial, commercial, teledata, cell tower, technology services, service and signal, and utility construction. A proud member of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, National Electrical Contractors Association. Cache Valley Electric, a tradition of excellence since 1915.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Bees edge Las Vegas by a score of 4-3. Time now for our final look at tonight's Abra scoreboard. We'll start in the Pacific Coast League, where in Des Moines this afternoon, Albuquerque shut out Iowa by a score of 3-0. In Colorado Springs, Tucson rallied with 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 10th to beat the Sky Sox 4-2. Ryan Barton with his 6th home run of the year for the Sidewinders. At Memphis in a doubleheader, the Redbirds took the opener 4-3. In the nightcap, they're in extra innings in the 8th, all tied at 1 apiece. Elsewhere in the PCL at Round Rock, the Express shut out New Orleans 2-0. Boy, Round Rock has been playing some pretty good baseball of late as well. They have now won 7 in a row and a 4.5 game lead over Albuquerque in the American South. Elsewhere, Portland in the 6th inning leading Fresno by a score of 4-3. And in the 5th inning at Sacramento, the Rivercats lead Tacoma 1-0. In the Major League, just 2 games still going on. The Giants batting in the bottom of the 5th, leading the Angels by a score of 2-1. And in the bottom of the 8th at Denver, the Rockies now lead Oakland 7-0. In the games that are final, Philadelphia beats the Yankees 4-2. Myers over Randy Johnson in that one. Tom Gordon, his 20th save. Jason Giambi with his 19th home run of the year for the Yankees. At Fenway, the Red Sox doubled up Washington 6-3. Manny Ramirez with his 18th home run of the year for the Red Sox. The Cubs outlast the Indians in Cleveland 12-8. Cubs bouncing back after being swept at home by Detroit. Former Buzzman Jock Jones at his 13th home run of the year for the Cubs. At New York, Bronson Arroyo goes the distance as the Reds beat the Mets 4-2. Ken Griffey Jr. with his 12th home run of the year. At Milwaukee, Prince Fielder homered in the 7th to give the Brewers a 1-0 lead, but the Tigers get 3 off the former Singer Matt Wise. In the 8th inning, the Tigers win it 3-1. Matt drops to 4-4. And earlier today in a rain-out makeup, Arizona in 11 beat the Pirates in Pittsburgh by a final score of 5-4. That's your Abra scoreboard. We'll come back with some of the scoring highlights from tonight's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
When it's time for your next set of tires, do you want the tire with the best warranty in the business? Then you should head to Big O Tires. When it's time for your next pair of Bees baseball game tickets, do you want free tickets and a chance to win $50,000? Then get to Big O Tires for an entry form and details. No purchase necessary. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
A reputation you can ride on. Big O Tires.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass, we know how much you count on your vehicle. So when it needs repairs, body work, or a new windshield, where should you take it? Go to America's most recommended name in damaged vehicle repair. That's right. In an independent nationwide customer satisfaction survey, Abra Auto Body and Glass was the company most recommended to family and friends for quality of work, customer communication, and overall service. Why? Maybe it's our commitment to safety. Abra spends more to train our technicians than anyone else in the industry, and every repair meets our strict safety standards. Maybe it's our lifetime warranty that backs up all those repairs, or that Abra works with over 500 insurance companies nationwide to make your claims process a snap. Whatever the reason, Abra Auto Body and Glass is proud to be so highly regarded. Auto Body Repair of America. Abra, America's most recommended. Call 1-888-USA-ABRA to schedule an appointment.
Well, it's Hall of Fame stuff. You know, you come, all those guys you saw in the All-Star game, you wonder what happened to them. You come to the Hall of Fame, there they are. It's a meeting place, a gathering place.
Relive your fondest memories of Lou Brock and see his Hall of Fame plaque at the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. For information, visit baseballhalloffame.org or call 888-HALL-OF-FAME. Preserving history, honoring excellence, connecting generations. The Baseball Hall of Fame.
Welcome back to Franklin Covey Field, where the Bees jumped on Las Vegas in the first for a pair of runs. Reggie Willett coaxed a walk out of Eric Stoltz to open up the game. Casey Smith then followed. Again, the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, left field. Weber going back, still going back, and reaches out, and it's going to be over his head and up against the wall. Willett's around third. Brian Harper's waving him in. Here comes the relay throw to the plate, and he slides in safely. Casey Smith, an RBI double, and it's 1-0 Salt Lake. So 1-0 Bees. Then later on in the inning, after a base hit by Howie Kendrick, Jeff Mathis then singled to right, scoring Smith to make it a 2-0 ball game. Then in the second inning, after 2 out and nobody on base, Stoltz, the starter for Las Vegas, walked Corey Myers, bringing Adam Paskovich to the plate. Field, the pitch, Paskovich drives one to deep left center field. Jeff Duncan on his horse won't be able to get to that one as it one hops the wall. Here comes Myers around third. He's going to be waved on in. Paskovich takes the turn and scrambles back to second with an RBI double, and now the Bees lead it 3-0. So 3-0 Bees at that point. Las Vegas would get a run back in the top of the third on a 2-out solo homer by Jeff Duncan. It stayed 3-1 until the bottom of the sixth with 2 out. Mike Elward reached on an error by the third baseman Eric Riggs. Ryan Buddy then singled to right field. Elward stopping at second. Runners at first and second, 2 down for Corey Myers. Now the 2-2 pitch from Stoltz. Rip towards left, the base hit. In from third, Elward scores. Buddy stops at second base. Corey Myers comes through with an RBI single, and the Bees lead it 4-1. So 4-1 the score at that point. Now the 51s would come back in the eighth to within a run. Edwin Bellarine led off with a home run to the berm in right center field. Jeff Duncan walked after being erased on a fielder's choice. James Loney singled to right field. Wilson Valdez went to third. He then scored on a fielder's choice by Delwyn Young to make it a 4-3 game, but Eric Riggs retired on a roller in the third base side, fielded and played by Mosley. And then Dustin with a 1-2-3 ninth inning, getting John Weber to ground to first, Oscar Robles to bounce to short, and then Deanna Navarro with a soft liner to Casey Smith at shortstop for the game. So the 51s in a little bit of a tailspin right now. The Bees red hot as they go into the off day. Salt Lake now 8-1 on this homestand as they await the Sacramento River Cats. Our first look at the AAA affiliate of the A's. We'll preview the series coming up next on ESPN 1230.